Chat, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of WebFishing Wednesday on a Thursday. If you're watching live, dude, the weather was bad, chat. It was scary yesterday, dude. There were storms and clouds and thunder and lightning and I think even Thor.
Yeah, Thor came down and he said
No stream.
No stream.
So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of him anymore, dude. But yeah, we're streaming WebFishing Wednesday on a Thursday. We're streaming WebFishing Wednesday. I hear myself.
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay.
I was trying to turn it down before I muted myself, but I didn't. It sounds good though.
I still feel the spirit of Wednesday with us, though. You know what I mean?
It feels like Wednesday.
Yeah, that's not good. Actually, it's kind of a bad thing. It feels bad, dude.
And you know the time sprang forward, so that's probably why it feels that way as well.
Yeah, I hate it.
But that means tomorrow's Friday, not actually Thursday. So.
That's true. Tomorrow is Friday.
Wait, your title says Resident Evil.
Does it? No.
What?
1 second, I'll fix that. Hold on. And how did that happen?
I don't know, brother.
That's not good. Wednesday's the only day of the week I know how to spell.
You don't know how to spell Thursday?
No, Cynthia, hurry. Fill space, dude. Talk about something.
Yeah, so the weather was so horrible and it was actually a little scurry, and I was crying about it. I'm just playing. And Blake was really crying about it.
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on.
JK. And right now, if y'all hear any loud noises in the background, it's because my cats are fighting each other. And they're taking it very serious. I think it's a competition.
What are they fighting about?
I don't know. They were racing. Now they're just looking at each other mean.
That's crazy. Who's winning the race?
Kiki.
Okay, alright. It should be good. It should be fixed.
Let me see. Yeah. WebFishing Wednesday podcast on a Thursday.
That was almost a disaster, dude. Everything almost went wrong.
Well, I almost didn't notice it until I shared it.
I would hate for a Resident Evil fan to click on this and be confused.
Right.
It's the last thing we need.
I have 40,000 channel points.
I need to fix those, dude. I need to come up with ideas on what to do with those.
Yeah, you took the funny ones away.
Yeah, well, they weren't funny to me. They were hurtful and insensitive.
Pick a game. I can change your game for you.
You want to just not do web fishing? See, that's the problem. Is like they always, I feel like, could interrupt the streams. You know what I mean? Like they could. I need to come up with something better. Like I don't know. I'm gonna try and do a little brainstorming, come up with something.
Little brainstorm. Did you even do your intro, or we just have been fumbling around this whole time?
I did the intro, but then it got derailed because the stream wasn't right.
And then I interrupted you.
It's web fishing. It's a Thursday. We're gonna yap about stuff that's not fishing or webbing
at all.
We
should add a topic every week, either about webbing or fishing.
What is webbing? What is webbing?
Like Spider-Man, or spiders.
Spider-Man or
Webs.
spiders.
Webs.
I don't want to talk about spiders, dude.
Yeah, me neither. Or fishing, to be honest.
I can talk about fishing a little bit.
You don't even like fishing.
I like it on video games.
It's not the same.
It's not, dude. It's the same. It's the exact same.
No, you like fishing on video games, and that's it.
I like fishing in real life. I just don't do it.
You've never fished in real life.
I get bored with it. I'm so good at it. I don't really do it anymore. You know what I mean? It's like how Tom Brady doesn't play football anymore.
Goodbye.
I just kind of gave it up. You know what I mean? I got my rings.
You're crazy.
I got my rings, dude. I'm good.
Right. Speaking of fishing.
Yeah.
Let's start with our first topic: International Women's Day.
What does that have to do with fishing?
It doesn't.
Okay.
So tell us how you feel about that.
About the whole month being International Women's Day?
Well, just yeah.
I think you guys
How
deserve
does
it.
How does International Women's Day make you feel?
You guys deserve it, honestly. Women have gone through a lot. You guys do deserve a month.
Thank you.
Um,
As a woman, I agree, and we're just way better.
Now, getting a day and a month? I don't know. Hold on. Why do you guys get a day and a month? Like, you know what I mean? Pick one.
I mean, there's like, just like because Black History Month just happened, they also have like Martin Luther King Jr. Day. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I
Maybe-
feel like you get a day and a month.
If you guys had two different like things, I could be down with that. Like you have International Women's Month, and then you have like Martha Stewart Day. I'd be cool with that.
Martha Stewart Day? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who would you
Sure,
choose
sure,
to be
sure, sure.
the woman with the day?
Not Martha Stewart. I don't think I have enough intelligence to pick them, if I'm being honest with you.
Maybe Taylor Swift.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Amelia Earhart.
Okay, I could see that.
Amelia Earhart Day.
I don't know much about her, like, personally.
She flew a plane.
I know. That's literally all I know about her, though.
She flew a plane really far, and she probably got eaten by crabs.
But, like, was she a good person? Was she a nice person?
I don't know. I don't think, you know. I don't know. They don't really ever talk about that in the history books. They're not like Amelia was known to be a kind soul. They don't really, you know. She was good in the Night in the Museum movie, the second one. She was kind.
Right.
I mean, who would you? I mean, realistically, what historical women deserve the mantle of like Women's Day?
You said, who do I think?
Yeah, like, is there any woman who's like, you know, could live up to those expectations?
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I think I'm not knowledgeable enough to choose.
Sabrina Carpenter, maybe?
No,
Okay.
you
Well,
just don't get it.
I don't get it.
It's actually making it worse when you're suggesting people.
What do you mean? How? Explain to me.
Because they're just so not, like, they don't represent everybody.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like you're coming at it like you're thinking I'm coming at it the wrong way. But if I had to choose a man to represent men on a Men's Day, it wouldn't be like some historical figure. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like Abraham Lincoln, or it's not going to be like some important figure. It's going to be like Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course.
Okay, well, that makes sense. But you're picking a woman based off of through a man's eyes.
No, I like her music. It's through a man's ears.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Well, who's your Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I don't know. I don't know if I have one. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Maybe like Meryl Streep or something.
Meryl Streep's nice, dude. She's cool. That's a good answer.
She's talented, and I feel like she's kind. You know what I mean?
That's a good answer. I could see Meryl Streep Day.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm down with that. I advocate that we start Meryl Streep Day.
Okay, well, now we're to that. What else do you have to say?
Well, it's just I totally agree that you guys should have your own month and your own day, because it's not, you know, it's gonna sound bad. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's not that women aren't great, but men are really bad. Like, you know, the bar is low.
The bar's low.
The bar is low.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I consider myself a bit of a feminist, but I'm not saying that from the lens of a feminist right now. That's actually from the lens of a bro. And I'm disappointed in our team, dude. You know what I mean?
You're disappointed in the bros.
I feel like I've got the worst team in the league, and I'm like, dude, we can't keep losing year after year. We got to go get a ring one of these days. We got to do better.
I mean, y'all aren't even going to the playoffs.
Not even in the playoffs.
Y'all aren't even making it to round one.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. We're definitely the lowest on the stat sheet. We need to do better. And next year, I intend to do better. And whether that
How
means...
are you going to help?
well, whether it's men coming together and doing well, or if we have to sabotage women and make you guys worse, whatever it is.
See, no. I think that's already happening. That's the crazy part.
We're already sabotaging you.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so speaking of the male people.
The male people? the people who deliver the mail.
You told me about this, and it's like, I knew this was happening, but I didn't know this is
You didn't know the term?
Yeah. You said it was called male loneliness epidemic.
The male loneliness epidemic, yep. Do you know?
What does that mean to you as a man?
Well, I believe it is. Basically, studies show, and I think this is just general like thoughts too. It's not just based off of science, but I think there is some science to it. There's some some statistics that men are basically dating or in relationships or with women in general a lot very low compared to like throughout history. Like they're the lowest numbers ever. Like men are just
they're more single men.
More single men, more men who are not like, having relations with women in any manner. There's just a bunch of lonely dudes out there.
So not even like people who are not committed, but people who are just not even in relations.
Just not nothing. No contact.
Okay. At all. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of reasons, dude.
Oh, I could come up with some.
Oh, for sure. It's just so many. It's a very complex issue. It's not complex, and it is. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the solution's easy, but it's a real branching issue. I think it starts with the fact that like women are just more independent. You know what I mean? Women are just more independent. They're doing their own thing. They have the option to do their own thing. They really don't need men as much.
No. I mean, they do. Like, they do, but they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, sorry.
I just feel like more and more women have decided they just don't need men. And when you decide you don't need something, then it's like, well, why do I even get it? You know what I mean? What's the point? You know what I mean?
Like, why do I put up with
it? Like, if I don't need the new video game, then maybe I just won't get the new video game. If I could go without it, maybe I will. And that's not good. And, well, I'm not. It's good or bad, depending on your situation.
It's deserved.
It's not good for the men who want to change this.
Yeah.
So, I think most of the problem stems from, though, that men just kind of are dropping the ball, man. We're not doing good.
Not doing good.
Not doing good. What is it about men? Why are we so bad? Not me. I'm great. I'm perfect. But other men, dude. Other fellas.
Well, also, I'm married to you, so I can't really speak that like I'm in the dating verse. But from what I've heard, because obviously I'm a woman, I talk to other women.
Right.
From what I understand is men are just not even like trying to commit nowadays. They don't want to get married. They just want to, surf the ladies, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think women get to a point where they've been hurt, they've been cheated on so many times, where like you said, they don't even want to try anymore.
Right.
And now with like how IVF, and I'm using this as an example because it is a true story. My doctor, who is a successful lady, like a successful surgeon, smart, beautiful, pretty, skinny, literally everything.
All right.
She couldn't find her a man. She didn't want to wait anymore. So she went and got IVF and had her own baby. As like a person not in a relationship.
Right.
And I just don't, men can't do that, and women are, like you said, more independent. You don't necessarily, you need the man for the process, but it's like, anonymous sperm donor, so you don't really need them anymore.
Right.
And I just think the way men act, they try to control women, they try to put them down, I'm not saying there's not women who do that, but it's kind of bad.
It definitely can be bad.
Especially in the South where we live, they see it as like a hierarchy. Like the man is always above the woman. Like it's God, it's the man, it's the wife, and it's the kid.
Right.
So how does all that make you feel?
I mean, I agree. Like, I think I think that's the problem, right? Is we're in a real turning point in the world in the best kind of way, you know, like in some ways, like I mean, there's the bad things going on in the world. That's not exactly what I mean, but like there's a lot of, you know, truthfully, like social wise, like social issues, we live in the best time in world history. You know what I mean? Like more people are more free than they have ever been in the history of all existence. That's just a kind of effect. It's just good. Like it's you know, it's messy and it's complicated, but it is true that more people are more free and more independent than ever. But with that, it's kind of like this turning point where like some men have there's a generational like drip of like this thought process of like women stay at home, they raise the children, you know what I mean, they do this the kind of lifestyle, and you know that's changed over time, but like the mentality of it is still, I feel like it's kind of still there. Sorry, I'm like stuttering on my words, but like
no, it's okay.
It kind of trickles down, you know what I mean, like
yeah, the boys see it from their parents and they think that's how their future wife is supposed to act.
Even if that's not like how you can exist, like, you know, with the economy and whatever, like maybe you can't like live off of like one income and your partner just stay at home and raise children and that kind of a thing, but the mentality still exists where like I'm still above you, I'm still like, you know, we're not equals in that kind of a way. I think there's just a bad mentality that exists that
now the women have to work with them.
Yeah.
And take care of the house. It's not because of the economy. You can't really just. So what's the point if I have to work anyway and I have to take care of the kids? Not saying I do, but like the woman. If the woman has to take care of the kids, she has to still work. She has to take care of the house. What are you useful for? I mean, I'm just being honest.
Right.
You know, the man,
that's a good point.
Really...
I'm not saying this is everyone, or I'm not even saying this is anyone I know.
No.
But there are, for sure, there exist like plenty of men who do no more work outside of the home than their partners and, you know, their girlfriends, wives, whatever it be. They do no more like work outside. They make no more money. And yet when you come home, it's like, well, I'm a man. I don't really do the chores. You know what I mean? Like you kind of do the chores and like
you take care of the babies.
Right. Like I'm not really gonna watch the kid. That's kind of your thing. You kind of watch the kid. I'm gonna play Call of Duty. You know? Yeah.
No. I mean, that's 100% true.
I kind of feel differently. I think the kid should watch itself, and we should both play Call of Duty. But that's just that's me. But
no,
for sure. I think there's this bad mentality that exists that it's just not been like removed yet, and I think like the only way it's going to get better is more and more people have to kind of confront that. Like that mentality just is unhealthy, and it just can't really exist for most people. You know what I mean?
No.
Not in a relationship that's going to work.
Please, it's not the 1950s anymore. But you'd be surprised how many men out there are still trying to control their wives. Yeah. Even boyfriends. Like, you're not even married to this woman. You have nothing, you know, over her. And I'm not saying there's some controlling women. There obviously are. Obviously. And
I also, when I say this, I don't want to direct, like, anxiety and being quiet or timid or reserved to automatically making you a good person. Yeah, but there are guys who are more quiet, reserved, timid, who don't really, like... They might be a better person. I'm not saying they are, but they maybe have the potential to be. And maybe they're just not even, like, going out and seeking women where they're at. You're not meeting them where they're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of men who are just... aren't even trying to be with women, who aren't trying to date, who aren't trying to... They're just stay at home, work, and play video games.
Right. Whatever your little hobby is, you know, you stick to that. You kind of mind your own business. And I think that's kind of also part of the male loneliness epidemic is that. But, like, I mean, to that's, you know, if a man is okay with that, or if they want that, then, like, I mean, is there even an issue? You know, what are we even talking about?
Is it like they're scared of getting the approval from women? You think that's what it is? Like, what is it?
It's a thing with Gen Z, and it's a real conversation. And I think that our generation, because we're both Gen Z. I'm like pretty old. I'm like the Gandalf of Gen Z, but I'm pretty old for Gen Z. But I am Gen Z, and it's this thing where like Gen Z, they drink less alcohol than every generation before them. We do less drugs than every generation before us. We don't really do anything. We're even though, like, I feel like we're always told we're, like, the worst generation, we're bad. You know, everyone thinks that about everybody. People think every generation is the worst unless it's theirs.
Yeah.
But we're told often that, like, we're, like, we go out, we do bad things. Not dumb, maybe dumb too, but, like, we do bad. Like, we're irresponsible, we're immoral. But I think the truth is, but it depends on your definition of moral, but, like, we don't go out to parties. As generally speaking, we don't go to parties. We don't get drunk. We don't do anything crazy. We're a very, like, reserved, generation of people. And so a lot of it just comes from that. We're just not a social group. You know, like, as a generation, we're very unsocial.
Like, a lot of people want to stay home.
And I think this happens, and I think you kind of grow to be, like, the opposite of, like, if you grow up in a bad situation, not even in a bad situation sometimes, but maybe sometimes you just grow up and you decide, I want the opposite of, like, what my family was. You know, I want to be different. I want to be different. I want to change things. And so you're talking about a group of people, if your parents, you know, were maybe more social, talk to everybody, knew their neighbors, like, social numbers, you know what I mean? Like, they nosy. They want to know everything about everybody. They're in everyone's business. Everything's a big community. Now you're running into a big number of people who are the opposite, I feel like, where we don't want anything to do with almost anybody. We have small circles, if that.
Yeah.
And I do think
I agree with that.
It's kind of hard to date or to meet anybody if you fall into that, you know, that little category of, like, I don't really go out. I don't really do anything. I kind of want to keep to myself, you know?
I mean, even us, we met, you know, in 2017, we met on Tinder. It's not like we met at a bar.
Right.
What people our age were doing, you know? We met on Tinder. We didn't meet at a party. We didn't meet. And that was 9 years ago.
Right. I will say, I mean, this may be just me generally speaking on, like, people I know, but it does seem, even though less people in Gen Z, or younger people in general, get married less and are, like, dating less and just, you know, that kind of thing, it does seem like when they date and when they're married, it's mostly for good. Like, it's pretty committed.
Yeah.
Like, we're a committed group of people.
For the most part, I would say, like, you see majorly good marriages. People who actually like each other. I had this conversation recently. It's like, our parents, they were married to each other. Not necessarily our parents, but, like, people our age. Mm-hmm. Our parents were married to each other, and they don't even like each other.
Right, yes, that happens.
Like, they don't want to be around each other. Like, they want a whole separate life. They don't enjoy each other's company. Where I feel like people now, they are marrying people they actually like, they enjoy.
Yeah, I definitely think there's something where, like, I feel like everyone's heard this. You grow up and you say, you know, marry your best friend. Find your best friend and marry them, you know? And I feel like maybe people who said that didn't mean it, or they weren't really doing that themselves, you know? Maybe they were trying to give advice against something that, you know, went wrong with them, or, you know, whatever. But, like, I think there's definitely a group of people in the world around our age who took that to heart and were like, yeah, all right, I am going to marry my best friend.
Yeah. I mean...
Because why would you want to spend forever with someone you don't like?
You don't even like. You don't even want to be in the same room as.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's definitely a strange concept. But yeah, I don't know. The male loneliness epidemic, which, you know, we kind of got off topic a little bit, I guess. But, like, it just feels like sometimes it's like unfortunate. I don't even know if it's called unfortunate. Sometimes it's just the circumstance of, like, the state of the world, and, like, that's how younger people act. But also, like, it's just a lot. You know, some people, like, there's some people I know who, like, you deserve to be lonely. You deserve to be lonelier than you are.
Right. Like, you should be lonely.
Right.
It's probably for the best.
But it just, you know, I don't know. What do you think about it? I mean, what are your thoughts on the subject?
I think women just personally don't need men for a lot of stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, make a family, and as a woman, you still have to work just the same as they do. Maybe you don't have as hard a job, like an outside job, or, you know, more taxing, but you have a more mental... A lot of women do, like, office work. Not saying that's only a job, but, I mean, I personally do an office job. So I know it can be taxing just as much as doing a hard working job.
Right.
And then you have to come home and it's your responsibility to keep the house perfect. Take care of the kids. Even though you're in a marriage where it should be 50-50, what's the point of even them being there? Especially if you don't like them. Or they're not nice to you, or there's not really a point to it anymore.
Right.
And I feel like nowadays men just cheat to freaking cheat. I've noticed that a lot. Like a lot of the horror stories here is all about the men cheating.
Yeah. Which, it definitely leans that way. It can go, there's case by case, it can go several different ways, and there's several different ways things go, but it definitely seems that way, like, as a whole. Like, that is generally, it seems
a mass.
like, yeah, what happens. And it just, I think this is always something I've said, and I think it to be true. Men need to be honest with what they want in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, if you are, like, 20 years old, and when you think about settling down, you're like, I'm too young. You know what I mean? I want to play the field. I want to, like, meet more women. If you do not want to settle down and be in a committed relationship for long term, for getting married, or just for finding a life partner, then tell people that. Like, because the thing is, you lie about it because you still want to hook up with this woman. You still want to go out with her, whatever it is.
Right.
But I personally feel like you should be open and honest. Like, yeah, if you're gonna miss out on the women who don't want that, you know what I mean. If a woman's like, no, I want to try and date to find a partner to marry, you know what I mean. You should be honest. Now I understand, like, you don't want to be honest because you're not getting what you want, but you should be honest because that just leads into speed bumps down the way. You know what I mean.
Right.
I've always said, and this goes for women too, it's not just men, but like everyone should be very honest about what they want in a relationship. The thing with women is, I'm generally speaking, they are honest. They want to meet someone to marry or whatever it is. Try and have a long-term relationship. And people will just try and pretend to meet them. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. That always catches me off guard. The slimy. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I always think that, like, you should be honest, and I think people just don't want to be honest because they, you know what I mean, they want to, like, seem like the guy that this woman wants to be with, but then, like, maybe you're not. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, that's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the stream.
And it's delayed, so I just saw her name.
Yeah. Jennifer, what do you think about the male loneliness epidemic? Do you have any thoughts on that? I know that's a big question to throw on a person 5 seconds into joining a stream. But I don't know. That's just. I mean, I think men should be more honest about what they want. I think people in general should, like, kind of not pretend to be something they're not.
Yeah.
Men should be lonelier. I said that earlier. I do think maybe some men need to be a little lonelier, dude. They haven't gotten to listen yet.
We literally just we're like, we know some people who need to be lonelier.
And you know where I think it starts? And maybe this is a solution. We'll try it out, dude. I think men should try this out. Stop lusting, dude. Stop lusting. Take a year. Okay. Take 1 year. Devote all... Because there's this old saying, dude. You guys may know the saying. Sing it along if you know the words. Bros before women that we respect. And here's the thing, right? No one means that, dude. No one ever means that. It's always, I would throw my bro under a bus for some lady I never met. Just take a year. Take 1 year. Just devote yourself, your spirit, your soul, your body, your mind to your bros, dude. Just hang out, dude. Bust out the GameCube. Play a little Mario Kart, dude.
And you're going to realize you don't want to live that life.
Well, just think, like, you don't need to be lonely. There are boys, dude. There are boys that will play Halo with you. You know what I mean? Take time to learn about yourself, and maybe you don't like Halo. Maybe you like working on cars. Whatever it is, dude, do your thing. Hang out with your boys. Enjoy your hobbies. And then when you're mature enough, a woman will present herself. You know, ancient Chinese proverb.
I totally agree, Jennifer.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
I'm sure Blake has gotten that kind of comment.
I don't know if it's say get this all the time. Not to my face. They said, On the flip side, I hate when guys call other guys whipped when they actually enjoy hanging out with their girlfriends/wives. I totally agree. Me and Cynthia do everything together. We talked about this earlier about, being with your best friend. It can be a huge benefit. You know what I mean? How can you be lonely when you like hanging out with your person? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Nowadays, if you are getting married, I feel like you like your partner. For the most part, I'm not saying that's everybody, but
it's just
what?
It's such a strange topic, and I don't even think it needs to be a problem. I really don't. I really think, like, if men maybe just took like 10 seconds to think about what they were doing. Here's what you need to do. Really, you need to go on your computer or your phone, open a Word document, dude. Write down a year plan, dude. What are your goals? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to? You should do this for everything, by the way. Nah, not with the marriage, but like with streaming. Sometimes I do things like this.
Yeah, that's true. You do plan out a lot of stuff.
You make a goal, make a spreadsheet of things you want to accomplish, things you want to see happen. Make things that things that you cannot, like, things that must happen, things that are like, I'd like this and prefer it. It's not a must have. Set boundaries, dude. Guys, I'm talking about guys, not women. Because women don't meet boundaries, dude. They know what they want, dude. Most women are mature.
We're like 10, and we're like, we want this, we want this, we want that.
Right. You need, I think a lot of it just comes down to guys just not being honest. Because a girl, they'll go to, but here it is. I'll set the setting, dude. You're at Applebee's. You're at Outback, dude. You're at O'Charlie's. Wherever you're at, dude. You're sitting down. You're on your first date. She tells you, I'm really looking to date long term. I want to find someone I can grow with and, build a career alongside. I want to start a family. I want to find a permanent home. I want to settle down. And when you showed up to this date, you texted your boys, dude. You were like, dude, I'm really hoping I hook up with this chick tonight. Then you get here and she lays all this 10-year plan out in front of you, and you're like, I couldn't agree more. That's what I want. You got to stop doing that.
It's crazy.
You got to tell her, dude, I'm not the one. You know what I mean? I'm not the one for you.
Like you said earlier, you got to be honest.
You got to be honest.
Did you see what Jennifer said?
No, let me see.
Sorry, I
bought WebFishing, by the way, but I have no clue how the game works. Dude, this is it. You fish. You get on here and you fish. Here, I can send you the code so you can hop in my game.
Did you see? She was like saying how it's the same with her and her husband. The only person staying for a long period.
Yes, that's true. Like, because everyone else, like, even my little brother probably is my closest friend besides Cynthia. My little brother, if I spend more than like 5 hours with him, I'm like, I'm done, dude. You got to leave me alone. You need to get away from me. You're really peeving me. One time we played Minecraft for about 5 hours, and people who were there, they remember. 5 hours, me and him got into a yelling match over mushrooms. I can't do it with anybody else, dude. I don't know how people do. I don't know how people spend 6, 7. I don't know how they have roommates. I couldn't, dude.
Oh my gosh, I would strangle.
I would not be able to handle it. But that's it. So
tell me about this. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just following up. That's it, dude. Guys, get it together, dude. Be more honest. Figure out what you want out of life. Stop going along with. That's what it is. Stop going along with the flow, dude. Just stop saying yes to everything. When a woman is, she's too mature for you, just be like, hey, you're not my type. You know what I mean? You're
too level-headed.
I was born a rambling man, and live that life.
I think you should do a man tip of the day.
Man tip of the day. Let's start off with an easy one, dude. Fellas, don't be afraid to take a shower, dude. Don't be afraid to take a bath, dude. Clean yourselves. Listen, it's not macho and cool to be like, huh, you got clean fingernails, brother. You must not work hard. I have clean fingernails because I wash under them.
You're crazy.
I'm just saying, dude. Let's start with that one. Next tip, we'll build up baby steps, dude. We'll get harder and harder. Even though they agree, OMG, the male filthiness epidemic is chronic, dude. For real, men are gross, dude. They really are. That's a big problem. I think sometimes there could be good guys, dude. Like, I'm thinking Frozen, dude. I'm thinking Kristoff. There could be good guys, but they're disgusting and nasty. Maybe
Not Kristoff.
emotionally you're there. Maybe emotionally you're mature and in touch, but you won't take a bath. You won't take a shower. You won't, brush your hair. I don't know. Anyway, dude, I'm rambling. I still like the boys, dude. I'm for the boys. I want you guys to be better. I'm trying to build the team up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take us to the Super Bowl.
I don't think you'll make it.
I think if we work hard next year, we could get our own month.
I believe in y'all. Okay, so tell me about the Twitch Rivals thing. I've been waiting to hear.
Oh, this is funny. Yeah, so we're talking about women's stories for women, Women's International Women's Month. This is just, it's not really much. I mean, it's not like too dramatic of a story. I just thought it was a funny little story. So Twitch does this thing, I think it's every year, called Twitch Rivals, where they have a stream where they just bring a bunch of creators together and have like a little tournament, a little game where they can all play some kind of game and compete with each other just for fun, to build, the audience for each of them up, kind of grow Twitch as a community. And this year they did a special women's only one for International Women's Month. So this Twitch Rivals was all women, and the game that they were playing for Twitch Rivals was Overcooked. And there was a lot of outrage online about this. People were upset. A lot of women were saying, we get our own Twitch Rivals, but we have to stay in the kitchen. That was kind of the thing. People thought it was some kind of sick joke that the women's only Twitch Rivals game was Overcooked. What do you think about that?
I mean, I personally really liked Overcooked, and I mean, I guess if you look at it really deep, I guess that is kind of messed up. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like I wouldn't have taken it personally, but I kind of can see what they're saying.
Right.
But you said this is the first time the women have ever gotten their own?
This is the first women's only, I believe.
And what kind of games do they normally play?
I have no idea. I'm assuming more like Fortnite, Overwatch, games like, CSGO, things like this.
So they got like, I mean, I don't want to say like a basic game, but like a basic game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of messed up.
So here's the funny thing, right? I wanted to get your take before I revealed this. Apparently the players vote for what game they want to play.
Wait, what?
So the women, so everyone was in an outrage over this. They're saying it's not right. Twitch is being sexist. They're making women play a game about cooking. But apparently it's the women who were competing who voted on what game they were going to play. And they all chose together to play Overcooked because it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's fun. I agree.
I love it. I mean, we play Overcooked. It's fun. It's a great game.
Like I said, I wouldn't have taken it that way. I mean, I guess I could see what they're saying.
Right.
Like you said, the women chose it, so...
That was the funny thing, is there was this outrage over something that they got to pick. And I just thought it was kind of a funny little story. Because I feel the same way. I totally see how this could get, taken the wrong way. But, you know what it reminded me of? There was an ad for International Women's Month and Day, I want to say 4 years ago. It was a Burger King ad, which I hate Burger King, so it was funny that it happened to them. Couldn't have happened to a worse company. They released an ad, and it said women do belong in the kitchen. And then if you click on, and if you click into the ad, it was we want to grow female careers within Burger King. We want to promote women taking on. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna be honest. I read the room. I'm not having a job is having a job. If you have a job, that's better than anyone who doesn't have a job, unless they don't want or need a job. I'm not getting into it too much, but you should never belittle someone who is working and trying to better themselves. That being said, of course, there's the meme about people who work at McDonald's or fast food. I would not have, even if there wasn't the stigmatism of women in the kitchen, I would not have, as a fast food company, been I think women could pursue careers in fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I see what you're saying.
Well, I see you in the game. Welcome to the game. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those jobs, but just because of the memes and the online, jokes, I would have not done the ad. But then there is the stigmatism of women in the kitchen, and that does make it pretty bad.
Yeah, that's kind of horrible.
Imagine you're a woman, dude. You're waking up International Women's Day. You're like, okay, at least I get today, dude. At least I have today. You're scrolling through your socials. Bam, you see it. Burger King has an Instagram post. Women belong in the kitchen. I mean, how do you handle that?
You never go to Burger King again.
I already
I've
do
already
it.
been doing that
Yeah.
for years.
I've been doing that since I've been like 6 or whatever. I hate Burger King. But,
Nice.
yeah, that reminds me a lot of this. Except for this time the women got to vote on the game. And it just kind of got taken, you know, out of context. Kind of funny.
Okay. I mean, I guess I kind of get it, while same time kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to see out of International Women's Month and Day? What do they mean? Do they mean anything to you? Like, do you think they're important at all? Is it just for awareness? Is it just kind of like, we kind of talk about it. It pops up on socials so that we can just kind of talk about it every year?
I mean, you're asking me hard questions today.
Sorry.
Yes, I do think it's important. Because, for a lot of reasons. Do I think... I feel like it's a lot to do with, like, capitalism. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but...
Yeah, no, I know what you mean,
it's always to sell you something. But I do think having a Women's Month is really important. It's the same as, like, Black History. I think all those...
Right.
Like, I think we should celebrate women, and I think we should celebrate everybody, but, I think in those specific times, I think it's nice to look at and be like, especially for men, to be like, I appreciate the women in my life, and women too, appreciate the women in their life.
Right. You know what I think?
And even the women you're not related to.
And I'm not saying I like International Women's Month. I'm not, it's not that I dislike it. But I actually think we should go the other direction for more results. Instead of you guys getting a month to celebrate you, we should have a month that's like Anti-Man Month.
I mean, that's kind of what it is.
We should have, yeah, I guess it kind of is that in a way, but we should double down on that. We should just, all month, just tell stories about how bad men can be, dude. Bad man stories.
I mean, women tell each other that stuff every day.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like men.
Maybe because you tell me stories about, like, other things you hear about, like, things like this. Maybe if more women told men they knew, it didn't have to be, probably not a boyfriend, it might be a brother, it might be a dad, an uncle, cousin, could be your neighbor. Start telling men how bad other men are, dude. And maybe, because, like, no one wants to be, oh, you suck, you're bad. No one, because then you're just going to be defensive. If you start being like, you know what I hate about other men, and then you just list all the things they do wrong, maybe then they'll be like, I don't want it to be like that guy, dude. Let me fix myself.
That kind of reminds me of a trend on TikTok, and it would be like maybe a dad or a boyfriend, and they would like list the qualities of them. Like they're like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna tell you about my new boyfriend, and you tell me if it's a red flag or not." And they literally just list things about the dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
That's pretty
and
funny.
The thing is, the dad doesn't want you to be with a boy like him, because he knows how bad men are.
Right. You know what's the craziest thing? I don't even think I'm that bad, dude. I think I'm pretty good as far as men go. Like, I'm on the top tier. You know what I mean? I might be like S tier even. And I still kind of agree. Like, I wouldn't want if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want them to be with someone like me.
See? Exactly. I feel like that's what men need to think about sometimes.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I tell you, there's a song I really like. It's by a band I really like, Icon for Hire. They have a song, it may have been released for International Women's Month, I don't know, but they have a song they released. It's not part of an album, it's just like a single, and it's like a feminist song. And there's a line in there that I do think is like a pretty hard line that like men should like consider. And it's like, the line is, you would never say that about your little sister. And I totally, because I have a little sister, I take that to heart. I think most people should take that to heart.
They should.
If you wouldn't say it to your mom, if you wouldn't say it to your little sister, don't say it.
You shouldn't be saying it.
Just don't say it.
Or you wouldn't want someone to say that to your little sister.
Exactly, yeah. Well, anyway, dude, that... we could go on and on about how...
International Women's Day.
Yeah, we can go on and on about how men suck and women are way better, but happy International Women's Month. I hope everyone...
Thank you. I'm going to celebrate.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm going to be proud to be a woman.
You should be.
Proud to be Yeah.
Go
I
off,
don't
queen.
think I'm choosing the right word. Yeah, you got. I don't really. You asked me a hard question, like what it means. Now I'm trying to really think about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what does it mean?
Well, I've been celebrating all month. I celebrate my own way.
How's that?
I listen to a song from Sabrina Carpenter's newest album every day on the way to work.
Oh Lord. I just told you she does not represent female.
Today I listened to Man Child, and I feel like that's a good one, dude. That one's...
Jody, no. I mean Blake, no.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry.
No.
That's a good song. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Okay. But she's not the representative.
No. But I do think if you had to pick an anthem for the month, I do think Man Child could be the anthem.
No, but that still makes it about men. Like, I want it to be only about women.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I do see your point.
We already agreed Meryl Streep is the icon for women.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll listen to her songs from Mamma Mia.
Yeah, good
tomorrow.
Idea. Okay.
What's next? Okay. You ready for the next topic?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Xbox just made an announcement that I don't guess it's the name of the console, but they announced that the new console is coming out, and it's called Project Helix. And I've been so interested I'm deep into this ongoing story in video games right now, and in the gaming industry, if you will. Project Helix, whether it be called the Xbox Helix or whatever it's going to be, is going to be a video game home console PC hybrid.
So what does that mean?
Great question. I don't know. No one knows. It's the great question that we don't know. So it all started with Steam. Well, so there's been rumors for like the past year about this. There's been a lot of rumors flying around about Xbox is going to release a hybrid system. Xbox is going to release a hybrid system, which made it so much funnier to me when Steam like officially announced they're making a hybrid system, called the Steam Machine. I was dying laughing when I heard this because I was like, dude, how mad is Xbox right now? Because there's all these rumors that they're going to do this, and Steam beat them to the punch. Steam doesn't even make video game consoles. They're like, we're making a hybrid, dude. That's so funny. Because I feel like Xbox was losing to PlayStation and Nintendo so bad. And they're like, dude, we just got to get in our own market. We got to go do something different. We got to do something nobody's doing, But let's make a hybrid machine. They're like, all right, we're planning this. There's rumors about it. No one else is doing it. Steam drops that they're doing it, and they're releasing it first.
So, what do you think that means, like a hybrid?
So, this is what it comes to me when I think about the Steam Machine, at least, is it's going to be just a system that kind of plug and play, like our PS5s and our Xboxes and the Switches are now. You plug it in.
Is it going to be handheld?
No, it's not handheld. No, it's a home system. So you put it near your TV, plug it into the wall for power, plug it into your TV, the HDMI cable. And it just is a little stronger than a console. And this is where I'm confused, right? Because Steam games, some of them are already on console. You know what I mean? Like, some of them go to consoles.
Right.
So, like, the way I understood it is, like, it's going to have the Steam on it. It's going to have Steam, and you can get all the Steam games. As long as it can run them, as long as it's capable of running it. That's interesting. That's cool. But what makes it a hybrid system? Because it still sounds like just a home console that runs through Steam.
Does that mean it can hold disk?
What do you mean? I can search the internet with it? Because technically the PS5 and the Xbox Series X can do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not very great. It's not, like, super convenient. But I doubt it's going to be convenient on the Steam Machine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they can search the internet. You know what I mean? You can open Spotify on them. You can open YouTube. You can do all this stuff. So what is it that makes it... Can it mod games? I think that's the big question. Can it mod games? Can it play modded games? Can you install modded games? What can you do with it? That's the big overlying question. And I feel like everyone interested in this wants to know. And we just don't.
So on the crossover for Xbox, like if they made their own, right? The Helix. Would it mean that they would have Steam to download Steam games?
That's a great question.
Does that mean they're going to make their own store?
That's a great question because I don't know. I would assume they're going to make their own store. and that like they're just gonna have kind of the same thing where it's like a lot of indie games, more games are gonna be available on the Xbox store, because I don't know if Steam can technically stop them. You know what I mean? Because like, it doesn't matter what brand your PC is, you can get Steam, because it's not, you can't prevent it on any kind of computer.
Right.
So, but can you prevent people from getting it
for a console?
For a console. And I think that maybe is where the hybrid thing comes in, is it literally can just install things off the web. I think it's just going to be like a mobile, like kind of worse computer, like a PC, that can install things off the internet. It makes me think of those little handhelds you can get where you can install emulators and get games on them. It's like technically they can just access the web. So I guess you could get any game you could get on. I don't know. I really don't. There's a lot of questions about this, and we just don't have a lot of answers.
So then, like, okay, consoles have already been more expensive.
Right, and they're going up. They're going up every day. The prices keep rising because of RAM prices and everything else. Tariffs coming in and coming out. And then, like, a PC
is expensive. Mm-hmm. So if you're talking about a hybrid, I mean, at that point, you might as well just buy you a PC or buy you an Xbox.
So do you want to hear the price point people are kind of throwing around for the Helix right now?
What?
And again, this has not even been announced. We don't even know what it's going to be called, if it is going to be the Helix. But the assumed price right now is somewhere between $1,000 and $1,200.
You might as well get you a PC.
I agree. I totally agree.
Remade one. Rebuilt one.
Get a cheap beginner PC. I totally agree. And you can do. And the thing is, it can do more. It may be even if it's a little bit more expensive with RAM prices, because I got mine before RAM prices shot up and it kind of got crazy. I kind of got it at the perfect time, but still, if it's a little bit more expensive, it will be worth it. This is so I have two things, right? What is special about these hybrid consoles? What makes them like better than like just spending the extra money? You know what I mean? What's the value point of like, I get this, it's a little cheaper than a PC, and it, you know what I mean? Is it worth it? And then my second point is the benefit of getting a PC is that you don't have to buy another PC usually. You just upgrade it. You know? Oh, your specs can't handle the new big Bethesda game coming out. You get the parts you need, you replace it. You don't have to buy the whole box. You don't have to get new fans. You don't have to buy a whole new system. You just replace the part. It's still pricey. It's less pricey. It's less than buying a new system. Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much. So that is kind of where I fall, is that like, is the Helix going to be the same way? Can you get replaceable parts for it? Can you upgrade your Xbox Helix? Is it the last Xbox? Because that doesn't seem like it would match their business model. They make and sell consoles. Why would they make their last console? So it seems like to me they would keep making more consoles and hybrids after this. So you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't make sense.
It seems very long term, and maybe you're not worried about it right now. But let's say 10, 11, 12, 15 years down the road, the Helix 2, the whatever, the whoopity-woo, the new Xbox Hybrid 2 comes out. You got to go buy that one to get all the new games. You could still be on the PC you get tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right. And, like, okay, as someone who, like, for me, I have a PlayStation. I would like but I don't want to spend the money. If I was to upgrade, you know, I wouldn't choose a hybrid, because, like, at that point, I already have a PlayStation. I could just get PC and spend maybe a little bit more.
But it would be worth it. It really would be. And, you know, unless the hybrid's something different than what I'm understanding it to be. I've been saying this for years. Ever since this, I would say this last generation of video game home systems, for the most part, I would describe it as like a coming together of the systems. As for players. It was not maybe great for all the systems, all the companies, but for the players, it's been a real win, dude. Especially with, what was that game called? Helldivers 2. It brought this unification of players want to play together. We don't want to, just because I have a PlayStation, my boys got an Xbox, we don't want us to be split up. So everything's cross-platform. Everything's, you know, you can play PC to an Xbox, PC to whatever, you know what I mean? Switch to a PlayStation. Everyone came together, playing their games together. Almost every game has been cross-platform. And then it seems like this, like, it started with this whole Xbox rumored to making a hybrid system, Steam making a hybrid system, Nintendo Switch 2, I don't even know. They've always been their own thing, dude. All their games are exclusive. But the downside of that is you're not going to be able to run GTA 6 on the Switch 2. It's not happening. You can kiss that idea goodbye. That game will never...
can't even... You can't run nothing on the Switch 1 anymore.
Right, yeah, but even like the Switch 2 is the new hotness, right? Yeah, as long as the game you want to play could run on a PS4. I'm telling you, dude, people are so high. I'm telling you, people are so ecstatic on the Switch 2. I say give it 6 months to a year. GTA 6 comes out, Fable 4 comes out, all these games start coming out. People want to get, and they spent their, you know what I mean? They went hard on the Switch 2 because Pokepia, the new Pokemon, the new Donkey Kong, the new whatever, you know, and all these, the new Halo starts coming out, the next Baldur's Gate. Everyone wants to play these games. That's not going to be on the Switch 2. You can kiss that idea goodbye. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Those games aren't running on the Switch 2.
So here's a question I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
For like us, we really like Mario Party, Mario Kart.
Right.
What happens when they keep making the new games? Is our old which one going to be able to play those games? Are we going to have to upgrade?
So right now
they're those games.
They're in that weird transition area where some of the games play on both, some of them do not. The new Mario Kart World does not play on the Switch 1.
For real?
Pokepia only on the Switch 2. Donkey Kong Bonanza only on the Switch 2. There's a game coming out, Tamagotchi Life, something. It's one of the Tamagotchi Life games. I don't know what it's called. It's going to be on both. Some games are going to be on both. What's it called? Pokemon Z to A, that was on both. But a lot of their big titles, the big like system sellers, if you will, they are going to be exclusive to the 2.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty soon.
I mean, it's happening. Yeah, we're
there is what I'm...
Yeah. They didn't really wait. They did, the PlayStation had this weird time where, for a year, everything came out on both 4 and 5. So, Nintendo's just kind of ripping the Band-Aid off. Anything that they feel like could sell the Switch 2, they're putting it on the Switch 2 only.
Wow. So, eventually, if we want new Mario Kart games or Mario Party games...
You'd have to get the Switch 2 or give them up, yep.
That's crazy.
Which, where I fall, dude, I have opinions, maybe they're different than everybody else's. It's kind of a hot topic right now, because Pokepia just came out, and it's literally everyone who plays games is either talking about Pokepia, or they're talking about Resident Evil Requiem. That's it. That's what everyone's talking about. Obviously, I'm following the Resident Evil Requiem side. I think I would like Pokepia, but I'm not buying a Switch 2. And that's where a lot of people have, up till now, they're like, why would I buy a Switch 2? I'm not a big fan of Donkey Kong. I'm not a big fan of Mario Kart. I don't care about it. Why do I need one? Pokepia dropped. It is an Animal Crossing-like game with Pokemon. People are going nuts for it. Apparently, it's great. I think it looks good. I'm not even going to lie. It looks fun. It looks like a fun, cutesy game. I'm not buying a Switch 2 for it.
Just for that.
I'm not buying a Switch 2 because I don't agree with Nintendo's business practices. You know what I mean? I would love to play that. I would love to play the next Pokemon game if it's good. I can't. It's against my values. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also, I'm not made of money, dude. I can maybe get one system. Can't get all 3. I'm waiting for the PS6. Really, I have my PC. I don't even know if I'll get another system. I have the PC. But,
I have 2 PlayStation 5s. So.
But I don't know. I just can't justify the Switch 2. You know what I mean? To me, there's so many bad games or games I don't care about. That I'm not spending all that money to play, 3 Pokemon games.
Yeah. I get it. I was just curious what you thought.
But it's an interesting topic. I think it's kind of funny. History kind of repeats itself. So, do you know, Xbox recently got rid of their CEO, their longtime CEO, and they just hired a new woman, and she is known for her background in AI. So that worries a lot of people and Xbox has had a lot of rumors about integrating AI with their systems more and more. So there are a lot of rumors that the Helix, or whatever it's going to be, the new system they just kind of teased, is going to be very AI heavy. And a lot of people thought when this all was happening, before they announced the Helix, that they were going to bring her in just to lay Xbox to rest. You know what I mean? Transition it to a new... They thought it was going to go the way of Sega. Sega sold consoles. For a long time, they were the only other competing console with Nintendo. And when the Dreamcast came out... Don't get me wrong, the Dreamcast is underrated. I had one. It's a really great system for the time. It was the first home console ever to have Wi-Fi connection, or like Wi-Fi, but internet. Not really Wi-Fi. You can connect it to the internet. You can get downloads for it. You could do all kinds of crazy stuff on it. It's the first system ever with these capabilities, but it was too pricey. It wasn't the right thing for the right time. People just weren't interested in it. It was too much. So when they announced that at the same convention, PlayStation, Sony came out with the PS2, or was it the PlayStation 1? I can't remember. One of the two, and they said $399. I think was the number. It was cheap. That was the price for their PlayStation. They killed Sega, put them to rest by just being a good. Luminary, welcome to the stream. How are you? Being a good, consistent console that's affordable for families. They buried Sega, and now Sega makes Sonic the Hedgehog games, and they sell them on other people's consoles. It's a sad story, but that's what happened to Sega. People thought, hi, how are you? People thought that Xbox was about to go the same direction. And at least it doesn't seem like it is. I think it's good that Xbox exists as much as I prefer PlayStation. They need competition. They need someone to push them to, you know what I mean, keep them making fresh things, to keep them from getting crazy and capitalistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that history's kind of repeating itself, though, with that whole Sega situation. Nintendo is making a system where they're not user-friendly. They're selling a bunch of garbage and pretending it's new when it has capabilities they're featuring the Xbox 360 could do. And they're like, look what it can do. And like the 360 did that for like forever ago, 30 years ago, whatever it is. Steam, I don't even know what they're doing. I feel like they accidentally opened a can of worms. I think they just wanted to make a system, and then they found themselves like in a console war. You know what I mean? Like they didn't mean to start a console war, but I think they might have. Now I think, because I'll get into that in a second. And then Xbox, I feel like it's just doing too much. They don't really know what people want. What people want is fun games on their system. You know, gamers do not care about the business aspect. People like pretend to. People like to be like, I'm on that team. I hope this. I hope that. If you're really a fan of video games, oh, you're good. We're on a weird day, dude. We're on a weird day. You're not late. Thank you for showing up at all. Appreciate you. But
yes,
if you love video games and you enjoy games and you're a gamer, you do not care about who's winning the console war. What you want is good games available to you and to everybody. That's it. And this generation has actually been really great because it's been that. And I think I think there's a second or third console war starting up, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of an interesting time to be in a video game hobby. Thank you for resubscribing, Cynthia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I think what's about to happen, Xbox is kind of just doing too much. They don't know what people want. They don't know how to like make the consumers happy. I think Nintendo is just killing off their fan base. I think Steam has gotten themselves into something they don't even know how to handle, and PlayStation's sticking the course. They've announced they're not releasing the PS6 for an extended period of time because it's just not the right time. The economy's not there. RAM's too expensive. It just doesn't make sense. So they're staying the course. They're going to keep the PlayStation as cheap as they can. Hydrate, thank you.
Get you a drink, big dog.
I will. I've been yapping. I'm passionate about this, though. And I legitimately believe... Would you drop the Discord while you can?
I just did it.
Did you? Oh, my bad. I didn't see it. Oh, I literally see it. My bad. Appreciate it. And I believe with all these new consoles, like you were talking about earlier, they are borderline PC prices. PlayStation is just going to keep dropping games on the PlayStation, on the 5, and they're going to be like, hey, guess what? It's about twice as cheap. It's about half the price. Buy a PlayStation. And they're going to win. They're going to win the situation. Mark my words. By doing nothing. Everyone else is so bad right now. PlayStation has announced they're doing nothing. And they're going to win.
I mean, I kind of agree. I love my PlayStation 5.
It's insane.
And I've had it for a year. I really like it. I mean, I want a PC so I can play more games, that you play.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I really do like it.
It does seem like the one benefit if the hybrids are going the way it seems like they're going is that, like, you're going to get to play more games because everyone's going to have Steam games. They're going to have to.
Yeah. that's true.
But that brings me to my next topic. Unless you want to add anything to it, anything you want to say, any concerns?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered it.
What do you think about all that?
I mean, I think it's pretty crazy. I just think I kind of agree with PlayStation. Like, it's just not really the time. You know,
It's not. Everyone's trying to
expensive.
do too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the need for it right now. Like, nothing feels outdated yet.
Right. Exactly. That's the thing. Is even if they were planning to move forward, I think players don't want that. You know what I mean? I think people were so late into getting all these systems. Besides the Switch, the Switch is like on a different timeline. It's 5 years behind. But besides the Switch, everyone was so late to getting the PS5 and the Series X stuff that it's like, dude, we're not ready for the PS6 and the hybrid or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we want to enjoy these a little longer. We just got them.
We haven't. Like, I've only had my PlayStation for like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, I was late to the game, don't get me wrong, but still, I wanted time to get my money's worth.
Right. And I feel like
cheap.
I find myself in that boat a long time, like a lot, you know, is I'm always like a year behind or so. Maybe even with the PS5, it's like I was maybe 2 or 3 years behind. Where like, it's always this weird thing where like you get these expensive consoles and it's like, okay, I'm going to go spend all this money on the new system. And there's about 3 games on them and I don't want any of them. You know what I mean?
Especially when they first come out. That's why
Right.
we didn't jump on them when they first came out.
I'll wait until there's a nice catalog built up of games that I want, and then I go in on Christmas, dude, and I get them several years later, and I get all these cheap games on sale, and that's the way to do it. I mean, that is the way. There's no, I mean, and there are people who are like so heavy into games that they're like, dude, I gotta get the new game system, and that's fine, dude. You know what I mean? That's the economy of video games. That's always gonna happen, and I don't blame those people. It's just not for me, because I like to wait and see. It's almost like a video game stock market, dude. I like to wait and see how things go. I'm not gonna gamble on like, oh, this one's gonna have the best games, that one's gonna have the best games. I give them a few years, I see what they make, and I'm like, all right, looks like PlayStation's hitting it off this generation.
Right.
But this year's been a really good year. Everyone's been putting all their games on each other's systems. I really think that's been like the best thing. It's been a pro gamer generation. But that seems like it's all about to change. I said earlier that I think Steam opened a can of worms and they started a console war that they can't really handle. And this is what I mean. I don't know if this is what they intended. I don't know what they intended. They are not even releasing it because of RAM prices. They're not even putting their system out right now.
Blake, have you even been fishing this whole time?
I fish once in a while. I fish every once in a while. But, so... They did this. Now, Xbox is saying, you know, basically that they've been putting a lot of their Xbox exclusive games on other systems, and they're going to go back on that, it seems like. Now, Halo's, only on Xbox. You know what I mean? Fable, I'm kind of disappointed. I hope Fable's on, you know, at least the PC on Steam or something, because, like, seems like their exclusives are not going to be on anything but Xbox going forward. PlayStation has been releasing their PlayStation exclusive games on Steam. They've had the Spider-Man games on Steam. They've had the God of Wars. The Last of Us, I believe you can get on Steam. They said they're done with that. They're not releasing any more of them on Steam. It's not worth it. And I do think it's true that, like, though it might seem like, oh, you'd make more money putting them on Steam, I think the amount of money they see from people buying it on Steam is not as much as it might be from getting people to go buy the consoles just to play them.
Just for that game, yeah.
So I do think that maybe in a way they're kind of right, but like it's not healthy for players.
Right.
Luckily for me, I don't care about the PlayStation exclusives that much.
Yeah, I just feel bad for the people who do.
Kind of crazy that I love PlayStation. I'm not a huge fan of their exclusives. I don't play God of War. I don't play The Last of Us. I don't really play any of their games. But, like you said, it does suck for the people who want those games going forward. So now, but then, you know what, that makes me wonder. Nintendo's always been exclusive. But is Steam going to start making deals with people? I already have a theory. This is just my theory. If you play games, dude, stop me if you've ever heard these games before. Portal 3, Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3. I believe when the Steam machine comes out, these are dropping and they're going to be exclusively on Steam. You're not going to see them on Xbox like you did with the orange box. These, I think they're going to try and throw punches back. If it's going to be, we're not putting our games on Steam, so you're going to miss out on some huge games. If they drop these 3, like I think they are, missing out on Portal 3 is huge, Half-Life 3 is huge, Left 4 Dead 3 is huge. Missing out on all 3, killer. That's tough. They're some of the best games ever.
So then what happens? Are you saying if they release the Steam machine, they won't put them on PC?
They'll put them on Steam. PC? No, they'll still be on Steam, I'm sure. But only on Steam.
So no PC player is going to go out and buy the hybrid, but they could see PlayStation.
Yes. Well, I think it's more so like, PC players probably aren't getting the hybrid anyway. Like, what do you really need it for? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's more so like, in the past, for people who didn't have PCs, those games came to Xbox. I don't think they've been on PlayStation, but they came to Xbox. So now in the future, those games aren't coming to Xbox. They're going to the Steam machine. So now you get to go pick another console. Now, if you know what I mean, if you want to play the Valve games, you're going to get a Steam machine. And I wonder what deals they won't make with other companies they have good standings with. The team who made Binding of Isaac, Eugenics, Super Meat Boy, if their future games won't be Steam exclusives from now on, I don't know, because the thing is, everyone wants to. If you don't make systems, if you just make games, you ideally probably want them on every system.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always happen. Sometimes people buy companies. Sometimes people make deals. I don't know if they maybe Steam makes deals with small companies and it's like, hey, we'll pay you so much. You know what I mean? We'll work with you, whatever it is. We'll advertise your game. Stay with Steam. Don't go to the others. I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen. I'm interested to see. I really do think there's a console war brewing up, though.
So what about the prices for the Steam machine? Because at that point, why couldn't you just buy a PC, download Steam that way? Like, I still don't get the point, really. Am I missing it?
I don't really know. I'll be honest. I really don't know. I think the Steam machine is for people who are like interested in the PC space, but maybe can't quite afford it, are afraid to put too much money into getting into it. I also heard the argument, which is true. It's kind of annoying, the thing with PC. Sometimes you gotta do a little maintenance to keep your games playing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to run a game. Resident Evil Requiem's a great point, dude. When I opened it day 1 on Steam, kept crashing, would not open, had to do tons of stuff, had to open the game certain ways, had to change stuff around to get it to work. That's never an issue on the console. I'm not saying they don't ever have any issues, but they get updates. You don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. It's just update, download it, your game works,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's on you. But also on the other end, you can fix it. Comes to a console, it's less likely to happen, but if it comes to a console and it just doesn't open on day 1, you gotta wait for that update. You can't go in and change anything. PC, you can look it up on Reddit, you can whatever, you can fix it. You can make the game work. It's pros and cons to it. You're constantly having to update things and fix things on the PC. Yeah. But on the other hand, you can fix things and update things on your own time. You're not constantly waiting, for someone else to fix your issues. It's a lot. It's complicated. It's interesting, dude. It's interesting times to be a gamer right now. I'm interested. As someone with a PC, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy playing web fishing. I'm going to enjoy playing my games. I'm just watching. I'm very interested in how this is all going to play out.
It's going to be interesting.
My biggest question I want answered is, probably like you're wondering, dude, what exactly is a hybrid? What are they?
Yeah, what does that mean? I feel like it could be I feel like it'll mean different things for different companies. For the Steam machine, I think it'll mean something different. For Xbox or PlayStation, whoever does it, I think it'll mean something different.
I'm interested to see if PlayStation will also, in the future, make a hybrid. Because Xbox is owned by Microsoft, and Steam, obviously, is just on PCs. They both have skin in the game. They're all about computers. PlayStation, Sony, not so much. They make accessories for computers. They don't make computers. So
they make really nice TVs.
They make really good TVs. Maybe they'll make a TV, the smart TV, that's also a gaming system.
Hey, that'd be nice.
The PlayStation TV.
It was called the Bravia Sony.
Yeah, something like that. It's an interesting topic, dude. I don't know. Nintendo, I'm afraid they can't even think about a hybrid system right now. They're just trying to find if they can get if they can get GTA 6 to run on one of their systems. I don't think they're too worried about building some kind of hybrid.
No, they shouldn't be. That's for sure.
They need to just catch up to PS5, and then they'll worry about that stuff later. But that's that conversation. What do you think about that? Is that it?
Pretty wild, yeah. That's it from me.
The next it's also like all the video game topics. The next one, there's a video game. It's a free to play game. Or no, sorry, this isn't even a free to play. Is it? It is. I think I should have looked into this more. Look it up for me. I should have looked up into it more. But there's a video game, High Guard, and it's shutting down its servers. And if it's not free to play, it's along the lines as far as gameplay. It's kind of like a team strategy based shooter. And it has not been up but for maybe a few weeks. And it's shutting its servers down.
It just released.
It just released.
It's free to play.
It's free to play.
3v3 hero based shooter released January 26th.
So think about
PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
The realm of like an Overwatch type thing. It's something along these lines. And it literally just came out, and it is shutting down its servers because it didn't get enough hype. It didn't get enough of a player base. It's not getting enough funding.
That's quick.
Yeah. And I kind of wanted to talk about and I don't even think it's just free to play, because there's games that cost money that go down. Like, they cost money and then their servers go down. Do these free to play games, or these hero shooters, do these games meant to be massive multiplayer games, are they dead? Are they just dead in the water? Can they exist anymore?
I mean, from what I'm reading, it seems like they didn't even have like a big marketing, they didn't really market the game.
Right.
And promote it.
And I've listened to another podcast that I think had a really good take, and they explained this in a pretty, smart way. I think that makes sense. Is that everyone is just throwing darts at the board, and they're just making all these free-to-play games or these hero shooter type games, and they just want the next Overwatch. They want the next Fortnite. And if you get one, hey, you're rich, you're successful, you've done it. But you mostly are not going to get that. You know what I mean? It's usually not happening.
Yeah, and it seems like, from what I'm reading, that people are saying the game is buggy. It needs a lot of work.
Right. I just
Crazy.
I don't think there's space for these games anymore. So, for one, I think hero shooters have gone... They've had their time, dude. That's yesteryear. You know what I mean? Games come and go. Like, right now, I feel like the thing that's trending is these kind of different roguelikes. Mostly card roguelikes. But roguelikes are in, dude, because of Hades. Because, and there are games like this forever. Like, the first one I can think of off the top of my head is Binding of Isaac, and it's probably not even the first. But they're just, right now, they're what's hot, dude. You got Hades 2. Yeah, I've been playing Mortal Sin. You got Eugenics. Slay the Spire 2 just came out. Wild Frost. All these games are what people... You know what I mean? And they're not the most popular game, but it's the most popular genre for sure. Like, there's just a ton of games coming out that are all these roguelikes, and they're successful. They do well. People are excited about them. They have a huge, group of people playing them. These hero shooter games, dude, they're the way of the dodo. You got to give them up. People got to stop trying to make Overwatch happen. You know what I mean? Stop trying to make Overwatch happen. Overwatch is not in.
Honestly.
I think once you have a hugely popular game that takes over the genre, you can't make anymore. The ones that existed before or alongside Overwatch are fine. Marvel Rivals is a weird exception because it's Marvel. Whatever,
right, it's gonna have a fan base.
Right. Whatever the hell High Guard is, dude, it's not Marvel. I definitely have never heard of anything High Guard. And I think it's a new IP, it's a new original idea, but you can't compare that to Marvel. It's not fair. So don't. You cannot, Overwatch exists. Paladins, I think is what it's called, exist. You got your Marvel Rivals. There's a few of these hero shooters that have existed alongside Overwatch for a long time and have been able to keep above water. You can't make any more. That market is done. It's not popular. People are set in their ways. They're playing the ones they play. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on this, and I don't want to tell people don't make your things, give up on your dreams. I just don't think there's a market for them.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it's already so many options out there.
I used to like Paladins. Speaking of, dude, I used to play Paladins when it first came out back in the day. Me and some friends were strictly playing Paladins. I haven't played it in a long time, but yeah, I think right now it's roguelikes. If you want to make roguelikes, now Hades 2 is the one to beat, it seems like, as far as popularity. I prefer Immortal Sins, but there's so much room. People love these games. And also, I think it's a different genre thing. You know what I mean? With these games, I can like all of them. I can play Immortal Sin, and also I can go pick up Hades. I can go play Eugenics. You know, I can love them all at the same time. These games, you're talking about a competitive game where you sink a lot of time and effort and skill, like training, into these games. You can't just keep jumping ship. You know what I mean? I tried Marvel Rivals. I'm not even playing it anymore.
That's just like a rage bait game that's trying to make you angry.
Right.
Oh, Jennifer said, I love Paladins. Bro, I still play Paladins.
I saw that.
The game is my jam.
I had to play some Paladins sometime, dude. I haven't played it in a long time. I'll have to try it out again.
You have to show it to me, because she mentioned it to me and I had never heard of it.
It's a lot like Overwatch, but it's fun. It's not bad. It's not like a lot of games want to be Overwatch and you play them and they're like, all right, dude, I'm good. I'll play Overwatch. It's pretty good. It holds its own, I think, in my opinion.
So
I haven't played it
first, Overwatch or Paladins?
Overwatch, but pretty close. Like Paladins came out like a year after, I think.
Okay. Just curious.
I would be down to play some Paladins. Just don't judge me because I'm going to be bad at it. But
can I get it on PlayStation?
Yeah, that's where I had it. Yeah.
No. Oh, for real?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think you got to give up making these new hero shooters and these I think free to play games are kind of dead anyway, unless it's original. You know the reason Fortnite worked? I know Fortnite's not the original battle royale, but it came out when it was a fresh new concept, and it just stood out as the best one, or the one that survived time. If you wanna release a free game, it's got to be on a genre that's hot, that works right now, or it's got to be something new. That's the only way. And even then, most free games, even if it is fresh and new and different, don't survive, because they're usually just less interesting. Now I'm going to compare it to a game that works. Whether it should exist or not, that's a different topic. But I call it the Roblox problem. Roblox is basically every video game that's ever existed all rolled into one. The problem with it is they're all pretty bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm certain
Roblox in itself is bad.
Right. Oh, that's a different topic, and like I said, I don't even think it should exist, but that's something different. But as far as like just what like the games that exist on it and whatnot, I guarantee you there's a Mario 64 clone on there. So a kid who can't get Mario 64 can still try to play it on Roblox, and that's fine, dude, for a kid who needs free games. But let me tell you something. Just go buy Mario 64. It's so much better. You know what I mean? Don't try to play Call of Duty on Roblox. Go play Call of Duty. Yeah, you can play.
Think there's a version of that?
Yes, I know there is, yeah. Every game exists on Roblox, but they're all pretty bad, dude. You know what I mean? Go play, not every game. You can't play every game, but pick and choose a few games that are quality games that you're going to enjoy. Don't play an RPG like My High School Life or whatever on Roblox. Dude, go get Baldur's Gate 3. Drop the $70. Wait for a sale, dude. Get Baldur's Gate 3. Enjoy a good RPG. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I think that was a fad, dude. I think free games and like these hero shooter competitive online games, I think that was a fad. And I think it is time we move back as gamers into, like, I don't want to say serious gaming. Gaming is valid no matter what you play, whether it's Animal Crossing or Candy Crush or CSGO, doesn't matter. But play games that are well made and are meant to be enjoyed. They're not slop meant to like keep kids entertained and babysat.
Yeah.
Go play a game that someone put time and love and effort into. That whether it's like a match 3 or whether it's the most complex RPG ever, something that you know what I mean, that's worth playing.
I agree with you. This is kind of random,
Mm-hmm.
but I was looking at the rating PlayStation Store, and I was like, wow, I wonder what Paladin downloaded. It was like a 4.22.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, wow, I wonder what Fortnite is. And it was like a 4.31. And then I was like, I seen Resident Evil. I said, oh, let me look at that, because you've been playing that.
Right.
It's a 4.9.
Deserved. Deserved, by the way.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm really thinking about it. It may be my favorite video game ever.
Apparently, it's a lot of people's.
I've decided it's more fun than 7.
Even Red Dead is 4.75. Like, nothing's even close.
I think that a lot of that's hype. A lot of that is just hype and people high on Resident Evil. You're kind of cutting out really bad. But
I thought it was you. Sorry.
Oh, maybe it is me. Maybe it be us. But a lot of that is going to be hype. And I admit, that's why I'm kind of reserved on calling it my favorite game ever, or even my favorite Resident Evil ever. Because as time goes on and I play it more, and I kind of come back down to earth off of the high of just having a new Resident Evil, how will it hold up? You know what I mean? That will level out. I still think it deserves a high score. It has problems. It's not perfect, but also the problems I would be nitpicking because it's really fun. It's really fun.
Well, hopefully the rank will stay with you.
I hope so. I think I'm official on it's my favorite Resident Evil, at least. If it's not my favorite video game, it's my favorite Resident Evil.
Crazy.
I've replayed it. I've beaten it a second time. And after I played it through a second time, I got the better ending. Because if you guys know, I got the bad ending on stream. And I wish I would have gone back and just played the good ending, but I didn't. But I played it now. It's got a cool story. It's got a great ending. It's setting up fun DLCs. It's just fun, dude. And when I replayed it, it didn't feel like, oh, I've done this. It's boring now. You know, because Resident Evil games lose their charm of, like, the jump scares when you already know what's coming and that kind of thing. They lose that the more and more you play it. But I think why it holds up to me better than 7. And 7's great. Like, 7's one of my favorite video games ever. But 7's mostly, like, scary, like, jump scares and, like, this creepy atmosphere. The action's actually kind of bad in 7. Like, the fighting's not that fun. You know what I mean? It's a little tedious.
It's all about the scary.
Yeah, exactly. And I prefer that. But I think I showed up to this Resident Evil for the scary. I returned and kept coming back for the action, for the Leon sections, because they, you know, when the jump scares have you know, lost their initial interest, and I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know they're behind that corner. It's whatever, you know. Fighting the zombies and jumping off buildings with your motorcycle is still fun. It's still just charming and interesting, and it keeps me, you know, interested. It's a lot of fun.
How do you feel about the Leon Kennedy edits?
It's funny, dude. I love it. I'm a big Leon fan. I can't say Leon's my favorite video game character. Arthur Morgan, hands down, is my favorite. But Leon's number 2, I think. He's right there, dude. Leon's great.
That's crazy. I'm not surprised. I know you like him. It's just wild.
I really think this game, like, you know, like, he's already a great character. I just haven't been in many games with him recently. But this one really just was like, I think it's his best showing in a Resident Evil game, in my opinion. It gave him a lot of character. It was very fun to play with him. The puns were great. There was a lot of, like, story elements. It's just, I mean, I just can't say enough good things about it, dude. It is such a fun Resident Evil. And if there's one game franchise that I have faith in, it's not Pokemon. I've lost faith in them. It's not Call of Duty. I've lost faith in them. The longest reigning, like, game where I have faith that it's going to be a good game, or at least a game that I'm going to try no matter what. If Resident Evil 10 came out tomorrow and the trailer looked like garbage and everyone was like, this is going to be terrible, I'd still go buy it and play it because I just think it would be good.
Resident Evil.
Oh, why it's censoring some of the messages? It has, I don't know why it has weird censoring. Like, it picks up stuff sometimes I don't think it should censor. I have censoring on my personal account. So that, like, people can't, like, I've had problems trying to stream before. People will be saying crazy stuff, and just so it doesn't pop up. So sometimes it just catches things wrongly. It just does a bad job of catching what it should and shouldn't censor. I don't know it decides what it will and won't censor, but that's why.
It literally censors the most random stuff.
Yeah.
It's
One
what,
time,
like, he tested it a few times.
Lumen Ray, like, on I think like our first podcast back returning to web fishing, sent a nice, wholesome, kind message, and it was like, yeah, that's hate speech. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know how it works. It hates you.
We haven't
Yeah.
had any issues.
But yeah, I'm sorry
Maybe
about the
you could turn it off
censorship.
next time.
The alternative is letting people run wild, and I can't do that.
Yeah, the last time we did web fishing, we got some. Oh, she said it's censoring.
Yeah, it's crazy the stuff it will censor. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying
Maybe
to
you could
silence.
turn it off.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm really not willing to because, and I think Lumen Ray may have seen in the old streams. They probably can attest to this as well. There have been crazy messages I've had to go edit out of the videos.
And also, a lot of it was the art.
Yeah. It just depends on what you say, but
out.
I don't really know how it decides what it will and won't censor. But should we move on to our movie review? Do you have anything to add about, I don't know, Resident Evil or whatever?
I mean, I didn't play it, but I did enjoy watching you play it. I feel like you really enjoyed it, so
I did.
I'm glad.
I want to see you play Resident Evil.
I'm scared too, but I will for you.
I would not start with like 7 or even 9. I would say Village maybe is like a right amount of scary for you. Like, it's not too scary, but it also has enough scary where it's like, it gives you a real sense of what a Resident Evil game could be.
At least I can play a video game with Lady Domitress.
True. Who wouldn't want that?
Right.
Alright, well.
She said it's working now, and then it literally censored
Since I saw
right
that, dude, I'm
that.
sorry. I don't know why. And I promise, I would turn it off, but I can't even describe to you how bad some of the messages come up have been.
Well, okay, if it starts happening again, re-censor everybody. But it hasn't been happening.
So, are
He's
you ready?
like, no, you're ignoring me.
I can't, Cynthia. I've seen slurs. I've seen everything.
Okay.
Are you ready for this week's movie review?
Yes.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you before we start the review. I'm going to go ahead and say,
No, we need to make an apology.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I'm banned from picking the movies this week. Cynthia picked out the movie for next week on her own. I had no input. Because, oh man, I have 3 bad movies in a row, dude. I don't know how I did it. I picked this one because I was like,
so bad.
I didn't think this one would be some great like masterpiece, but I didn't know this one was gonna be bad too. Okay, obviously, so this week's movie that we watched was Bone Lake. I'll be honest, I don't know everyone's age who watches. I probably should have taken into consideration that there might be younger viewers. I didn't know what this was gonna be. If you watched it along with us, I'm sorry. I will say, I didn't think it was as bad as the other 2, but it was just like really raunchy for no reason, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's break down the plot, dude. Basically, there's a couple, and they're on this like cross-country trip, whatever, extravaganza to kind of save their marriage, I guess. There's a guy who quit his job as a teacher to write books. He's got a wife who took a high-paying editing job she doesn't want, even though she's
his wife.
His girlfriend. Sorry, his girlfriend. She took a high-paying job as like an editor because she's a better writer, but she took a job with consistent money so he could follow his dreams. Their relationship's been like rocky. So they're going on this little like trip, this like long-term vacation to kind of like rekindle their old flame. They show up, they're like an Airbnb type situation, this like nice big fancy house next to a lake called Bone Lake, hence the name. They show up, they're kind of being overly romantic, trying to like fix their relationship. It's kind of weird.
The girl's not liking it. Let's just say that.
She's not having a good time, dude. It's just weird. It's awkward. Another couple shows up. I'm just going to say, start off the bat right here. This is what I want to say. This is advertised as a scary movie. Rightfully so. It's not really scary, but it's like a thriller, like a scary thriller.
Right.
Bone Lake, yeah, it's bad, dude. It's bad. I'm sorry if anyone watched this along with us. I'm sorry. I promise you, next week Cynthia picked the movie. It's gonna be better. I think if you haven't joined in movie of the week, this is a good week to start. Cynthia picked the movie. So they're at Bone Lake, dude. They're at the Airbnb type situation. Another couple shows up. Like I was saying, this is a scary movie, advertised as a scary thriller movie. It's obviously some kind of slasher from the trailers, from the description. There are so far 2 characters. It's called, what's the next week's movie is called the Great Flood. The Great Flood, yeah. But we'll talk about that. We'll save that. Let's get this one out of the way. Let's get this atrocity that they called film out of the way. I want to say, this has been advertised as a slasher, like scary movie type thing. There are so far 2 characters who know each other and are dating. 2 more people show up, a couple, to this Airbnb. Apparently they booked it, at the same time, got double booked. And they're like, hey, why don't we all just stay here for the weekend, dude? I'm telling you, like, someone who's pretty media literate, immediately I'm going, okay, they're the killers. They're the bad guys. They're the villains.
Something's up with them, yeah.
They're weird. Why do they want to stay so bad? And the guy, like, the whole thing is, like, the other guy's kind of timid and shy, and, like, the woman's trying to, like, she's kind of like the aggressor of the relationship. She's kind of more assertive, and he's kind of, like, reserved. And the other boyfriend of the other couple was like, hey, why don't we all just stay together? And he's like, yeah, I guess that could work. And I'm telling you, I'm a reserved person. I do not like conflict. I avoid it. I try to, stay out of fights. If I'm at a Airbnb and another couple double booked and showed up and was like, oh, we're just going to stay with you, I'd be like, no. Respectfully, no. I'm here first, and that's not fair to you. I get that's not fair, but I am here first, and you're not coming in. And them's the rules. That's how it is. Right. But they're like, yeah, all right, you can stay with us, dude. They say, all stay together. I mean, immediately it starts being weird, right? Where the 2 guys
lure the 2 off.
Yeah, they keep splitting each other up, and the 2 guys are talking, and he's like, hey, man, I just got to say, your girlfriend is pretty hot, dude. Really hot. Like, she's hotter than my girlfriend. My girlfriend's traditionally much hotter. Like, don't get me wrong. Better body, better in every way. But I like that yours is, like, more realistically hot. So I'm into your girlfriend.
Girl next door.
Girl next door vibes.
Girl next door.
Immediately, I'm like, get out of my Airbnb. Leave.
Leave right now.
Then, so other nonsense happens. Next big story point. The girlfriend of the second couple comes to the guy and is like, hey. Oh, she's doing the whole, like, oh, no. I took all my clothes off, but I forgot to put my contacts in first, so I can't see. I'm going to be mostly exposed. Can you come into my bedroom alone with me and help me find my glasses and my suitcase? And
I was getting mad at this part.
She was mad at me. I didn't do it. I'm just watching the movie with her, and she's like, I'd kick your ass. You better never ever. And I was like, I'm just sitting there watching it like you are. I didn't do it. Of course, he goes in there. He's like, I don't see the harm in this, dude. What's the problem? You're wearing basically nothing. I'll go into your room alone, even though I have my girlfriend in the other room, and I will help you find. And she's like, I think it's in my suitcase under all my lingerie. And so he's like, just hand digging through all her lingerie, and she's like, can you pass me some of that to wear while you're looking for my glasses? And I'm like, brother. Now I'm getting mad. I'm like, come on now, dude. This is what I mean. He's ruining it for all men, dude. Now we all look bad.
He should have never did it in the first place. This movie was just making me mad.
It was all over the place. It was a lot of this, a lot of that. I'm not even going to, I wish I could talk more about it. It's not worth it. It's just a lot of this. It's just a lot of the couple, picking the other 2 apart and being like, there's at one point, because the guy doesn't flirt with the other woman as much, but you do find out she's had an affair in the past with one of her exes, which is a big tension point. But there comes a point towards the end of the movie, which, again, with all this happening, this situation should have never came up. But the guy who's the villain, I guess we'll call him the villain couple, and the main girl go driving to town to get groceries or something. And he just pulls the car over and is like, hey, obviously you want to hook up with me. Obviously I'd let that happen for your benefit. So, I mean, yeah, fine, I'll hook up with you. And she's like, what are you talking about? What are you going on about? And he's like, stop pretending like we're not going to hook up right now.
And then the camera just freaking cuts away.
Cuts away.
It doesn't even tell you if they do or not.
It was... And same thing's happening in the house still. Like, the lady's in her laundry again. She's coming on to the guy. He's, like, nervous. He's all nerdy and free. He's like, oh, my gosh, whoa. It doesn't show what happens. Nothing happens. Tase him. Good answer. Tase him. I don't think this lady had a taser, dude, but she should have. She shouldn't have gotten in the car with someone who's not her boyfriend.
It was so weird. Like, it didn't even make sense why she went to the store with him. Like, none of the story made sense.
Oh, I'll tell you the worst part. I kind of skipped over it. About halfway through the movie, the main guy, the good couple, if you can call him good, has explained to the other man that he wanted to take the weekend to propose to his girlfriend at the lake. So he's got his grandmother's ring, and he's got this whole plan set out. And he's like, "Hey, would you guys mind like just giving us some space on like this day so I can go take her to the lake and I'll propose to her?" And he's like, "Of course, bro. I got you. Don't worry. We'll make it happen." The next like dinner, like they have dinner or whatever.
No,
the guys
breakfast. They literally wake up.
They wake up the next day. Old boy steals his grandmother's ring, like case and all. And then breakfast is like, I was gonna wait to do it tomorrow at sunset at the lake. Like, steals his plan, but he's like, I couldn't wait any longer. So I just gotta ask you right now, babe, would you marry me? And the guy starts freaking out, and the boyfriend on the other couple's like, what's going on, man? Are you good? Are you chill? And of course, because his girlfriend doesn't know any better, she's like, why are you being a jerk and interrupting the proposal? And so he's like, outside now. They go outside, and he's like, I don't even know what to say to you. Obviously, that was my plan. That's my grandmother's ring. And he's like, bro, honestly, a little bit of a slip up on my part, dude. My bad. I got nervous. I just see how much better your relationship is than mine. And I thought maybe I'd propose with your ring to my girlfriend. I'll make it right, dude. Before the weekend's over, I'll get your ring back. And he's like, you'll get it back right now. And he's like, bro, chillax. I'll get it when I get it. It's crazy. I want to fast forward. This movie sucks. The ending, of course, you find out, obviously, as if no one with a brain could figure it out. The couple likes to mess with couples who come to Bone Lake and push the relationship to the limits and like murder them. And which one of my favorite parts was somehow the magic of this movie worked in a way where, like, the more honest you were with your partner, the more survivability you gained, I guess is the way to describe it. Like, if you started being on, like they started blurting out truths. He's like, I think your writing's really bad, or what, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, I can use this knife to cut the ropes on my wrist. It was stupid. Like, every time they told it, every time they told each other a truth, like something happened where they were surviving. And I was like, this is outrageous. The bigger twist, I think, which was crazy, is that the evil couple are siblings. They're brother and sister, and they killed their parents because of the atrocities they would get caught doing. And I was like, this is... Someone watched Game of Thrones and was like, I've got a great idea for a movie, dude. I couldn't stand it. I was...
And then they were like... and they're like, we're going to kill people.
And we're going to test their relationships. And even if they pass, we're still going to kill them. And it was so... I'm telling you, the best part... The reason I think this was still better than the last two movies we watched is literally the last 20 minutes is just them chasing each other around with weapons around the mansion. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was comical.
It wasn't good.
And then they kept just running into this little room with like just tools.
Computers and stuff. Oh, the tool shed. Yeah. So outside, which is never brought up, it starts with like the girlfriend of the good group or whatever going and getting what did she get? Like
a hammer or a shovel or something.
Like a pickaxe, some kind of tool. And then it shows like every time someone goes outside, they like go to this tool shed and like dig through a pile of weapons to, like, there's someone grabs a chainsaw, one of them gets like a spear. Like, they just have a shed full of weapons, and everyone just takes a turn digging through the shed to find their weapon, and then they just chase each other around in the dark fighting with their weapons. It was kind of wild, but ultimately it was a really stupid movie, and again, I apologize. I apologize deeply for my choice in movies. That's why Cynthia will now present you with her choice for next week's Movie of the Week.
The Great Flood. It is on Netflix. I don't know if it's going to get good. We've had a bad run of movies. This is our 5th movie. 5th WebFishing Wednesday. Well, Thursday too. Hopefully it'll be better. I believe in us.
I'll say it's also, I should mention, it's a foreign movie, so it's dubbed over. If that bothers you, I'm sorry, but also kind of grow up, dude. You know, eat your damn vegetables, kind of a thing. Like, watch the movie. Listen to them dub it in English.
I love end of the world movies. Seems like that's what it's about, so I'm kind of excited.
Right. It looks interesting. The trailer looks cool. Legitimately, go watch the trailer. I promise you, this one's got to be better, dude. The trailer for it was better. The trailer was better in these past 3 movies.
I felt hooked watching the trailer. I was like, oh, I can't wait to.
I actually trust foreign movies. They're almost always good.
They really are.
Especially to get an international release where, like, I can see it. Probably a banger.
Not where you can see it.
I'm just saying, like, I don't have a VPN on my Netflix right now, so, like, if it shows up on my American feed, it's probably, good enough, dude. They were like, yeah, we'll give it to the Americans.
Fair enough.
What movies do you think we have that make it to their side?
Probably the really bad ones, like the freaking Adam Sandler or something.
These Americans kept singing us Jack and Jill. They have no media literacy. I think we give them Midsommar and Bring Her Back.
Honestly, I doubt it.
Is Bring Her Back an American movie? It's made by A24, but it's an Australian company. I don't know. It's an Australian team that makes it. It may not be American.
Midsommar, that's A24.
Yeah, but I guess, like, I think everyone who works on it and, like, production and everything is Australian. So it might be just considered it might just be considered an Australian film.
I'm sure it is.
They're making a new movie.
What is it?
I forgot. I don't remember what the name was, but they're making a new movie, and I'll keep you updated because I love their movies. Have I ever played Outlast? Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you.
Oh,
Everyone, story time. Short story time. I've played Outlast one time, and I intend to play it one time. I don't think I'll be streaming it. If I get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube or something crazy, I might consider it.
And it's going to be him screaming the whole time because it really scares him.
Everyone I tell you, I love Resident Evil games. I love scary games in general. I love scary games. Everyone ever who has said Resident Evil 2 is the scariest game, Silent Hill 1's the scariest game, shut the hell up. No, it's not. Five Nights at Freddy's is not the scariest game ever. Slender Man is not the scariest game ever. If you're not talking about Outlast 1, it's not the scariest game ever because the scariest game ever is Outlast 1 and it's not close. It's the scariest game by a country mile. I've never felt the kind of fear I've felt playing Outlast in any other media. Never. Not even close.
You remember the Naked Man?
Yeah, the brothers?
Yes.
The good brothers? I remember them.
They just like pace up and down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember you freaking out about that part.
I don't even know how I could stream that.
I don't think you could. You'd have to blur it or something.
I haven't seen the Outlast trials, but I've heard of it. I've heard a little bit about it. I know of it, but I haven't seen too much into it. I'd look into it, though. I'd be interested to check it out. I actually have Outlast 1 and 2 on my PC. And, I mean, if you guys are really good, I'm talking about if everyone in chat was on their best behavior and everyone asked really, really nicely with sugar on top, I might stream it for, like, it's worse, like it's scarier? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing that. I got Outlast 2 as a bundle with Outlast 1, so I've never touched it. If everyone in chat's super, super nice and is super sweet all the way till October, if you guys are on your best behavior till October, and if you guys are really, really good, I might play some of the Outlast games. We'll see.
You won't do it. You're too scared.
I might be scared, dude, but I'll try it. But Yeah, I don't know. That's my Outlast is really good though. Like all that to be said, it's a really great game. It does a good job of being scary. It's just really scary. I don't really ever intend to play it again. Like I told Cynthia when I beat it because me and her were playing it. I was playing it and she was watching me, and I turned to her and I said, "That's it. Take a good look at that, because that's the last time you'll ever see me roll credits on that bad boy."
Yeah, you ain't never booted it up again.
I've never intended to. Sorry about your messages.
You don't care because you should have took it off.
I can't, Cynthia.
You're a hater.
Cynthia, I just can't.
Okay.
You have to understand. Alright, so with that being said, dude, that's our movie of the week. Next week is The Great Flood. Join in, dude. Watch it sometime between now and next Wednesday if you can, and join in on the discussion. We'll talk about it. It'll be fun. I promise it'll be better. Cynthia, do you have something for the next topic ready?
That's my questions, right?
Yep, it's time for Cynthia's questions.
Okay. So, last week, they were a little more on the silly side, little Kill Tony-esque, if you will.
I mean, who could forget the banger first Cynthia's question ever? What's the whitest thing about you?
If you don't watch Kill Tony, okay. So, my first question. If you had a song play every time you walk into a room, what would... And everyone else, you can feel free to answer this in chat. I will see it.
It's like a theme song, so every time I walk in, it's like an entrance?
Yeah, it's like, if you hit a doorway, it's playing.
Okay.
Like announcing you to the group.
Yeah.
The room.
That's a great question. So, like, the funny answer is I want to say, like, something by Sabrina Carpenter, but I feel like that's not the right answer. I know that's not the right answer, but...
Wrong.
I know, I'm thinking of a real answer. Maybe... Pools by Paramore?
What is it?
Pool? Yeah.
That's been your obsession lately. So
yeah, that's a hard question for me because I get like obsessed on songs at a time. You know what I mean? I'll tell you another song I've been really, really enjoying is Tears Don't Fall. But what is that band, dude? What is that band? Tears Don't Fall. I'm gonna look it up. One second.
You need me to look it up?
I'm actually doing it on my phone right now. Tears Don't Fall.
Bullet for My Valentine?
Bullet for My Valentine, that's who it is. What kind of music do I like? Oh, great question. I hope you don't mind interrupting. Now it's time for Luminrace questions.
It's okay.
We're going to come back, though.
You know what's funny is I was supposed to have 10, only had 9. So there we go.
That's okay. Okay, so first off, thing you got to know about me. I listen to a vast variety of music. And some people say they listen to a vast variety of music. No, I listen to music from the 40s. I listen to mostly punk rock, alt rock, like Paramore, Blink-182. I listen to Fall Out Boy. I listen to a ton of white girl music. Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Billie Eilish. I'm in there, like swimwear. I listen to Slipknot. I listen to old country music. I listen to a little bit of hip hop, not much. I'm not big on hip hop, and definitely not modern country or hip hop. Absolutely not.
I love when you say hip hop. I don't know why I love it so much.
I don't like hip hop, but that's my least favorite music. But I would say if I had to pick like a couple of bands that define my music, I love 21. I've seen them live. I love 21 Pilots. They're great. I would say Paramore is my favorite band of all time, consistently. Icon for Hire, Hot Milk, Sabrina Carpenter, Poppy. Also, I'm a huge Poppy fan, dude. I bet no one likes Poppy like I like Poppy.
I like Poppy. Poppy
is a good example of music I listen to. It's either really girly pop music or heavy metal. She does both. I listen to that.
Okay, but did you like Poppy when she was on YouTube
Yes.
doing Illuminati stuff? 'Cause
Yes, I
that's where
did.
I started liking her
I've
too.
seen her since her first 3 videos, and she got on there and
Me
was like,
too.
Poppy, I'm Poppy. I've been listening to it for a
Yes.
long time.
Okay, me too. You're not an OG Poppy. I am too.
I've been on Poppy, brother. I listened to her when
I've
she had
been on
reggae
Poppy
music.
too.
When she was making reggae music, I was listening to Poppy.
That's why I found her new album when you didn't.
All right, there's no need to brag. We both love Poppy.
But yeah, we both like. I like everything too.
If I could tell you guys
she didn't ask me.
a band to go listen to that you probably haven't heard of, here's a couple, dude. Go listen to Meet Me at the Altar. A great rock band. They have this like alternative like pop rock style to them. They're awesome. They have great music. Meet Me at the Altar. Hot Milk. Hot Milk is goated. They are the best, in my opinion, the best rock band out right now.
Wait, who is it? I missed what you
Hot
said.
Milk.
Oh yeah, you love Hot Milk.
Terrible band name. I'm not gonna lie. Worst band name ever. I promise you, their music is, they make nothing but banger after banger. And Icon for Hire is a little less like underground now, but Icon for Hire is really good. Those are 3 bands I would recommend everyone go listen to.
Yeah, where is Icon for Her? I haven't heard you listen to any new music.
I don't know. I need to check in. I don't know if they made a new album in a while.
Maybe you missed it.
I will say the last album I listened to, I think most people agree it was not their best album, but it's still great. It's just they kind of like changed, like Paramore, like they changed too, and sometimes it's fine. Like Paramore's never changed for the worse, but they kind of had like a tone shift, and I don't think it was as popular their last album. So
That makes sense. Okay, well I was just curious.
and also a new segment. Drop them in the Discord, drop them in chat, whatever. If you guys have music you want me to listen to, I spend most every morning before work listening to music. I turn on my new favorite obsession, Immortal Sin, the video game. I turn the music volume down. I turn on my Spotify shuffle, and I just skip through to find new songs and play the game while I'm listening to new music. And every day I just try to find songs. Sorry about web fishing, dude, in the censorship. I don't know why it's like that. But anyway, sorry, we yapped about music, dude. Me and Cynthia thought about doing a thing every week where we're like, what we've been listening to this week. I don't know if that'd be something you guys care about. Would you want like just what we've been doing this week, like what we've been listening to, what we've been watching, maybe on like YouTube, stuff like that, maybe what we've been playing? The thing is, a lot of the times, it's gonna be the same answer. Like I get into these chunks of time where I'm like, I'm just playing Immortal Sin, I'm just listening to Poppy and Sabrina Carpenter right now. You know what I mean? I'm just watching certain YouTube channels.
If you say Sabrina Carpenter one more time,
that's gonna be the name of this podcast. The name of the YouTube video, it's gonna be Sabrina Carpenter.
I can tell because you said it like 2 times.
Amen, man, child. Anyway, next question. Oh, hold on, we got a fan question. What's your favorite class to play in Baldur's Gate? I've only played it through it once and a half, so I dug into it deep the first time I played it. I tried to do as many side quests and everything as I could. So I've only played 2 classes, and the only one I've beaten it with is Druid, which my favorite class in D&D is Wizard. I thought Druid would be fun, so I made my character like Poison Ivy from like DC, from like Batman. And it was a lot of fun, dude. I really loved making a Poison Ivy Druid. It was really fun. And the second class I played was a Paladin, I think. But I'd never finished that playthrough, and I wouldn't. If I ever jumped back on the game, I'd start over. But I was a Druid, and it was awesome. And I probably should have played I forget what the other version's called. Not the Moon Druid. Moon Druid's like the animal Druid. I probably should have played the plant heavy one to really roleplay Poison Ivy. But the thing is, I saw that you could turn into an owlbear, and I was like, well, I want to do that. So obviously I'm going to be a Moon Druid. And a big problem I had, not a problem, the game became very easy when I could just turn into an owlbear and hit everything. Who's my favorite companion? That's not even a question, brother. Because I said earlier, my favorite video game character is Arthur Morgan. My second favorite is Leon Kennedy. Number 3, and this is no question, is Karlach. Well, I believe in Karlach's supremacy. It's not even close. Every other companion's a jerk. They're all just the worst. Karlach's the only one that's a good person. I'm a firm believer Karlach's leagues better than the rest of the companions.
And you stand behind that? You're going to stick beside him?
I'm going to stick beside her.
Girl, my bad.
Well, you know, I have a problem too, and Cynthia will attest to this. One of my favorite aesthetics in the world is buff demon girls. It's a problem. I acknowledge it. But if there's a buff demon girl, that's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Fortnite, my first skin I ever spent money on, demon girl.
Oh yeah, didn't you marry Karlak in the game or something?
You don't get married to them, but yeah, you definitely start a relationship. And me and Karlak were in a lesbian relationship, and it was great. We were happy together till they sent us to hell.
They sent y'all to hell?
They sent us to hell. She's like stuck in the underworld. She can't escape because of her heart.
So you had to go with her?
I had to go. I stuck beside her.
You know what? That's a good woman.
That's a good woman right there.
Well, I'm talking about you because you were playing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I'm gonna stick beside her. Gale's good. I would say Gale's my second favorite. I did like Gale. I didn't keep him on the team much because I just didn't really. I don't know. I didn't want to have a wizard. That maybe sounds crazy. I would take him for his story beats. I would take him for like when you take him to like the wizard school or tower or whatever, the wizard store, the Harry Potter store. But I'd take him along for his story beats, but I didn't keep him in the party most of the game. Resident Gale haters. No, why? No. Gale's alright. He's my second favorite.
Who called you a Gale hater?
No, this homunculus. They said they're a Gale hater.
Oh.
Well, that's my opinions on Baldur's Gate. Dude, I could talk Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate. There's a thing, because I often will like defend other people, compare other RPGs to Baldur's Gate, and I'm a video game lover. I don't really like talking bad about video games unless they really have earned it. So there was someone on my TikTok who was comparing Avowed to Baldur's Gate, and I was just like, hey, I don't really think they're comparable. Like, in my opinion, I don't really think they're kind of even trying to be in each other's lane. And I feel like they almost got defensive. Like, I was hating on Baldur's Gate. I was like, people, I think, take it the wrong way. I think it's one of the best games ever. I think it's in my top 10 video games. Like, if you don't like immediately say it's my favorite game ever, I don't like the companion you like, people get so mad. And it's like, dude, I like Baldur's Gate. Where's this coming from? I like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. People get really defensive about their...
They do. Because I always say I don't think Fallout 4 is as good as Fallout New Vegas. And people are like, oh, you hate Fallout 4,
you say that
huh?
all the time.
And I'm like, no, I don't hate Fallout 4. I've played so much Fallout 4. I just...
Hold on. I actually need you to rebuke that statement because the way you talk about Fallout 4 is like that you hate it.
Let me explain. It's not that I hate it. I'm so disappointed that it's not better.
Every sentence you say to me about me playing Fallout 4, which you play,
it's like,
well, in New Vegas this, in New Vegas that.
Hold on. It's like this. You have a firstborn child, right? They're handsome.
Right.
They're successful. They're a brain surgeon. They're the leader of the Boy Scout tribe they're in when they're 8. You know what I mean? Their whole life. They have a Mercedes. They have a Corvette. They have just succeeded through life.
I think you need to pause.
And hold on.
Nope.
Hold on. Let me finish.
We're both firstborn children.
Hold on. Let me finish.
It's not our life.
Then you have a secondborn. They're maybe not as handsome. Maybe they drive a Honda Civic. Maybe they have a respectable job as a manager at a Costco. You know, they're fine. They're good. But I mean, come on, dude. The other one was a brain surgeon. What are you doing?
Like, that don't even make any sense. We're both firstborn children. That didn't even make any sense.
I'm comparing Fallout 4 and New Vegas. New Vegas is the doctor firstborn, and Fallout 4 is the Costco manager that's kind of Uggies.
Oh, Lord. I'm stressed.
Don't be stressed, brother.
You want me to go back to my questions before you get on the rant about Fallout?
Before I get started on New Vegas, dude, let's get another question.
Okay. If you were a villain, what would be your origin story?
Then I got bullied. People were bullying me.
And how'd you rise up?
I would...
you want to go after your villains?
I would start a cult.
I mean, your villains?
I would start a cult, and I would become the most popular person in the world, and I would tear down my enemies with an army.
Next question.
And that's not what I'm doing with this Twitch channel.
Nobody wants to hear that. Okay.
You know the movie Meet the Robinsons when they're playing baseball and he like misses a hit or whatever and he's like they all hated me. And then they go to like the lockers and they're like, "Hey Goob, what's up Goob? See you later Goob." That's me. That's how I feel in my own head. They all hated me.
And they're all friends with them?
They're all just friendly. They're like don't even care that he missed the hit. Ooh, Cynthia, what's your favorite music?
Oh, kind of everything. I'm kind of like you. My favorite artist, I have to kind of agree, is Paramore.
Good,
I'm
right?
a big Paramore gal.
That's the right answer.
Right answer, right answer. Good answer, my bad.
Right answer, good answer. It all works.
I like Paramore. I'm not crazy about Sabrina Carpenter like Blake is.
That's a bad take.
I like her. I mean, I'm okay with it. I like Taylor Swift. I like a few Slipknot. I like some old country.
Well, how do you feel about hip hop?
I don't like hip hop. I'm a big SZA fan.
SZA's good.
SZA. Yeah, I'm a big. She's been consistently in my top 5 for like a few years. I like Dominic Fike.
I don't like a lot of rap music, but I love Dominic Fike, dude. He makes some of my favorite music.
Yeah. I'm really drawing a blank here. It really changes.
Yeah.
What I'm into just changes on a whim. Like I really been into out music right now, so I'm listening to music like the 40s.
Exactly. Yeah, like my big thing is like, you know, on the way home I listened to Smashing Pumpkins, so I just went to like their page and started playing Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. So today my favorite band is Smashing Pumpkins. You know, it just depends on like.
And I've been in a big Queen mood again. I really like Queen. I like Hozier. I mean, controversial. I like Ariana Grande.
I like
a lot
Ariana
of her
Grande.
older stuff. Yeah.
I always say this, and I think it's true. Not that she doesn't have some good hits. Her best music are her songs that are not hits. They actually pick some of her worst like songs to show the world. That's just my take, though.
No, I gotta agree with you.
Cynthia has not played Fallout New Vegas. I've tried to get her to play it. She can't really get it on her PlayStation, but I've told her to get in here and play it on the PC.
You say you come play games on your PC, but you always...
I know. I'm always on the PC. I know. And I agree. I'm pretty much always either spending time with you or I'm in here streaming or editing.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is your most bizarre dream? And it... Not bizarre, just bizarre, but like it haunts you. Like sometimes you think about it and you're like... out.
Man, this one's kind of be hard to talk about. It's scary. It's. I still think about it. It frightens me.
Why is it? I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, you can say skip.
I want to talk about it. It's just I have to think of a way to word it. Okay, so here's the dream, and this is something I should note. I've had dreams since I've been a little kid, since I've been like 5 or 6. All my dreams, almost every dream I've ever had, happens in a movie theater. Almost every single one. I had
a dream. That's because he used to work there?
No, because I'm talking about when I was 5, I used to have dreams at movie theaters.
Oh.
I don't know why. I mean, I always loved the movie theater. I always enjoyed going there. Like, that was a big thing I did as a kid. Give me one... I see your question. 1 second. I will get to that. I just don't want to lose my thought on this, but we'll come back to that. I just think... I didn't... Like, my parents didn't do a lot with me. You know, I'm not saying they're bad or like my dad sucks, but my mom wasn't bad or anything. I'm not trying to talk bad about my mom. But, like, I didn't, my parents didn't do a lot with me. You know what I mean? They were just kind of like, hey, go to your room. We bought you a Nintendo. Don't bother us. That was kind of their deal, you know, which is kind of great in a lot of ways. But I really treasured going to the movie theater because, like, that's something I always got to do with my family. And it was, like, I love seeing movies. I've always loved, like, going to see movies since a young age. So I would go to the movie theaters and... I have a blast, dude. I would just have the time of my life. It was always super memorable. So I think that's why a lot of like core memories I have are at the movie theater. I think that maybe is why a lot of my dreams are. But so here's the worst dream. I had this dream about a year and a half ago. And I'm telling you, it's the scariest thing I've ever. It's Outlast levels of scary. I'm in a movie theater.
Oh, Lord.
Me and Cynthia. I've told you about it. Me and Cynthia are at the top row, which I think. And at the time, I'm like, okay, but just us in an empty theater, and we're watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, for some reason.
Goated.
Go to movie. And it's the scene at the very end where Voldemort returns. You know, he comes back. But when he comes,
did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, that. Yeah. But when he comes back, he looks like at me through the screen, like he sees me in the theater. You know what I mean? Like he's breaking the fourth. Yes, like he's breaking the fourth wall, and he's looking like right at me. And I'm like scared. I'm like, okay, that scared me in the dream. It scares me, and so I turned to leave. So everyone's doing the reference. So I turned to leave. I turned to look away, and I'm like, I'm freaked out. Like Voldemort's looking at me, dude. I turn, and let me tell you, here's how I describe who's sitting there. There's a certain person with a certain email list that is pretty notorious right now, and his name rhymes with Kelpschleim. Schling, I guess. Anyway, that person is sitting at the end of the theater, and the only way to get out is that direction. Like I had to go down that row, and they're sitting there staring at me and smiling. And I woke up in a panic. Like I woke up in a sweat, just like freaked out, and it shook me to my core, dude.
I remember you telling me about this, and I was like, "That is the most bizarre, haunting dream I've ever heard in my life."
It freaked me out.
Does it still bother you?
Yeah.
Like, do you think about it sometimes?
It's not that like it scares me, like I'm worried that's gonna happen or anything.
Right.
The feeling, yeah, the feeling is so eerie, and I can still picture the feeling I got.
Crazy.
Let me go back up and read this question, dude. I think you already answered it, but did you ever end up listening to any Fleet Foxes, the Oh Hellos? I've never heard of those. Cynthia, have you listened to them?
Yeah, Jennifer had showed them to me, or told me about them at work, and I listened to them, and I actually did like quite a few songs. I haven't had a chance to, like, listen to them a few times, like, really get the vibe, but just listening to them one time, I liked them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would definitely like to check that out, dude. I always love finding new music. I'm a big fan of finding music.
You're not bothering us interjecting with our questions.
Not at all.
You can't even keep a straight thought.
No, dude. I welcome any yapping, any questions anybody has. I welcome it. Cynthia, do you have a scary dream that you remember, or any kind of memorable weird dream?
Yeah, I've told you about it. I used to always have this dream. Obviously, I grew up in like a very traumatic household, but I had this dream with my two sisters, who I'm very close to, and my grandma, who I'm very close to. That I was in the back seat. All of a sudden, my grandma had the Cadillac. And I had this dream multiple times over multiple years. Like, it still bothers me today. I don't remember exactly what happens in the dream, but I know I'm sitting in the back seat with my sister in the front. And all of a sudden, they all turn to look at me at one time, and they have a head. And I'm scared to death. And I always would wake up and, like, panic.
I think you cut out. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. What part did you not hear?
Just when you turn around.
Oh, when they turn around, all of them have, like, wolf heads. And I'm, like, scared to death, and I, like, always wake up and panic. I don't know why I've had that dream so many times, and it's always the same. And it's the three people in my life I feel like have always been there for me, the closest to me. So I feel like the dream is, like, symbolizing even those turning on me or something.
Right. That
So
makes
that's
sense.
why it scares me so bad.
I don't know what my dream symbolizes. I couldn't tell you.
No, yours is just crazy.
I mean, evil. I think I'm afraid of evil. Just pure evil scares me.
Pure evil.
Pure evil. I don't know.
Okay. You ready for my next one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, what is the most absurd, unsolicited advice you've ever gotten from somebody?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really feel like...
Or even just, if you don't think it's crazy, what is some unsolicited advice you've gotten from that you didn't take?
Some unsolicited advice. See, I don't feel like people give me much advice. I don't feel like people like me enough. But...
okay, even from, like, your parents when you were a kid.
Yeah, well, I got one. I guess it's not.
Okay.
It's not bad. I guess it depends on who you ask. It's not.
You can say skip if you don't want to answer.
No, it's not innately bad advice. It just depends on whether or not you put stock into it. But you got to know the person who gave it to me. I guess my dad once told me. He said, "Son, now if you want to be a good person, if you want to be a good man in life, you need to follow the way of Jesus. You need to find Christ in your heart, and you need to
listen to his own thing.
You need to be you need to follow the word of God. You need to stop sinning so much." Mind you, my parents are divorced because he had an affair. And he's been divorced twice since because of affairs. And he got divorced again because of an affair. And he's had several affairs.
Several children.
Yeah.
Not in wedlock.
Maybe the worst thing I've ever done is, like, stolen a Hot Wheel when I was 8. So, like, I don't know. Kind of crazy advice.
The most absurd, unsolicited advice I've ever gotten is just people telling me to forgive them. No, I ain't gonna forget. I might forgive you, but I ain't gonna.
Someone says they had a dream that they had to save Kobe Bryant with a time traveler. That's pretty awesome.
No, that's crazy.
At least it's a fun dream. You got a little quest, a little adventure out of it.
But I bet he still died in the end, and that's horrible.
Did you save Kobe Bryant? That's a great question.
I hope he did save him. That would really suck.
But you know what? It's worse though. If you do save them and then you wake up and it's like, oh, didn't help.
Oh, he had to help a time traveler. I thought he said he was a time traveler.
No, he helped a time traveler. I guess you would become a time traveler.
Yeah. I got tears in my eyes.
This wasn't a dream. It was a person at Walmart. That's insane.
Wait, what?
Okay, apparently this wasn't a dream. This was a real human at real Walmart. Did you help him?
Wait, he's saying a person at Walmart. Wait, I'm confused.
I don't think this was a dream. This was just a time traveler he met at Walmart who was like, yo, brother, we gotta go help Kobe Bryant, so get in the time machine.
Unfortunately, I don't think that was a time traveler. That was a crackhead.
Hold on. You can't say that on Twitch, and we don't know that.
Oh, the unsolicited advice. He was talking about the unsolicited advice.
One time, it's not advice. One time when I worked at Walmart, it was my first job. I worked at Walmart, and I was out on the floor stocking the cake aisles, dude, the bakery aisle. And this dad ran up. I guess assuming he really was a dad, unless he lied. He ran up to me and was like, "Hey, man, I need some help. I got to get like sprinkles for my daughter's birthday cake, and her party's like in a few hours, and I just need help finding the sprinkles." And I was like, "Oh, they're just right down here." And he's like, "Okay." It's like, I don't even know which ones to get. Like, does it matter? They're all the same, right? It's just whichever color she likes. And this, I'm going to tell you, this is not good of me. This wasn't me being a good guy, Blake. This was probably, I was in my worst era, dude. I was in my villain arc. I thought it would be really fun. I do this thing. Cynthia knows it. I do this thing where I sometimes just lie. Not so much anymore. I've gotten out of the habit. But sometimes I would just lie to people for my own entertainment. Right. And not lies that would, like, hurt. And I'm not lying, like, oh, dude, I'll go to your birthday party and don't show up. Nothing like that would ever directly affect a person. I would just tell stupid lies that won't affect a human. They're just like jokes for me. Like, I told someone a lie that they'll never know, and it's just for me. And I told this guy, I said, hey, listen, here's what big cake company doesn't want you to know. I didn't say all that for real. But I did tell him, I was like, listen, it's kind of a known secret, dude. The green ones taste so much better, dude. They have more sugar. They have a better taste overall. Now, it's not a very appealing color, but the green ones taste better. I would get the green ones. Trust me, you're gonna notice.
How you, as a Walmart employee, would?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not trying to justify why he fell for it. I'm just telling you that's what I told him. And he's like, "Are you for real? The green ones taste better?" I was like, "Brother, the green ones taste better. They have a better flavor to them." He bought like 3 packs of green sprinkles. I went and told my boys in the back, and we were just rolling laughing, dude. We were cracking up about it. Is that good of me? No. Did his daughter want a green birthday cake? Probably not. I'm sorry to her, dude. I hope she had a okay 5th birthday or whatever. It's not. I tell you the funniest one I've ever done, dude. My funniest one to this day. It's my favorite lie I've ever told. Like this little inside joke lie thing. One time when I was younger.
Isn't it?
No, it's not you. When I was younger, my grandma had to come over because my mom was in school and she wasn't at home. So my grandma would come over in the mornings to watch me, before the school bus showed up. And I was listening to a lot of Eminem at the time, dude. And I had what was it, Fuse, the music TV channel, and I was listening to like Eminem's hits or whatever. And that song, "Beautiful" by Eminem came on, and it has, if you've ever heard it, this other guy singing who has like a deeper like voice, who's like singing like an actual like melody to a song. You know, he's like, it's like a song, not rap.
He's singing.
Right, and it's this beautiful, beautiful like song, the part that he sings. And my grandma was like, I like that part. I don't like that rap. That nasty rap's terrible. But but she was like, but I like that young man singing that one part. Who is that? And I said, that's Eminem. It's not. Of course it's not. And she was like, that's not Eminem. That doesn't sound the same. I was like, no, it's him. That's his singing voice. That's what he sounds like when he sings. And she was like, that can't be true. And I was like, I promise it really is him. And she was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And she's like, why doesn't he just sing? Why does he do that awful rapping? And I was like, he just likes it, dude, for the love of the game.
He just enjoys rapping.
Just enjoys rapping. I think she doesn't still believe that. She's like, why won't he just sing? But I'm kind of retired that, dude. I don't just tell nasty little lies for my fun anymore, but I definitely used to.
That person in Josh said in WebFishing, taken out by secret people because he knew too much.
Hold on.
Wait, talking about the Kobe Bryant thing.
That's insane. There are people that definitely believe that, though. Like, for sure. For sure, there are people who believe that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you ready for my next one?
I am. Let's hit it.
Would you rather have fingers as long as your legs or legs as long as your toes?
Legs or toes? You're talking about legs.
Yes, fingers as long as your legs or legs as long as your fingers.
Now, I gotta be honest. Neither of these are ideal in any kind of way.
Yeah. Are you gonna be really short or are you gonna have really long fingers?
I don't really want long fingers. I feel like the longer the appendage, the more opportunity for injury and less control. So I'm gonna have to go with finger-sized legs.
Okay. You're gonna look like Patrick.
Look like baby legs from Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Officer Baby Legs.
Okay. This is a scenario, but also a question.
Okay.
You walk into a restaurant. You sit down. They say, what kind of drink would you like, sir? What's your go-to?
My go-to drink?
At a restaurant.
Sweet tea.
Restaurant only.
Sweet tea every time.
Okay. Every time?
Every time.
What's the switch-up drink? Like, oh, I'm not really feeling you get
Pepsi or Coke.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? When I get up, because I like some sodas, but I'm trying to get off of sodas. To tell you the truth, I'm really trying to drink less soda as a whole right now in life. But like, if I go to a restaurant, sweet tea is not good for you. It's not, especially if you live in the South. It's really sweet. It's not good for you. It might be worse. It might be worse. I don't know. It depends on where you go. I guarantee you, McDonald's sweet tea is way worse than Coke. No doubt.
Yeah.
Gotta be, dude. That's
McDonald's sweet tea is like syrup.
It's literally
so
Mrs.
sweet.
Buttersworth, and they throw some ice in there, and like, here you go, sir. But sweet tea feels healthier. Oh, I love it, dude. I love sweet tea. I'm a sweet tea fiend. But it feels healthier because it's tea. You know what I mean? Ignore that the sweet should be in all caps, and the tea should have like font 3. It sounds healthier because it's tea. And so I feel like I'm going to be less judged at the table because I'm not like everyone else is getting water and I'm over here like, give me a cherry Pepsi. You know, I'm like, let me be mature and get myself a tea. And then I pull the waiter in by his tie. I say, I want you to push as much sugar into that tea as you can fit.
Yep, that's definitely, you like that sugar tea.
I do.
Okay. Next question.
What about you? What's your go-to drink? Water?
Water, or if I'm switching it up, I'll get a sweet tea.
Yeah.
Also Sprite sometimes. I'm a big Sprite fan.
Sprite's good.
Yeah.
I don't like getting Sprite at fast food though. Fast food Sprite, like
Yeah,
obviously
no.
McDonald's Sprite's like a meme. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, Jennifer, no, unsweet tea. I need at least a little sugar. Splenda tea, I can stomach that.
I can drink unsweet tea, but I definitely don't prefer it. It's like almost a punishment. It's like it's edible, but like I feel like I'm in trouble. Like I'm in timeout.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any secret skills that you want to tell Chad about?
Yeah, I'm really good at speedrunning Resident Evil.
Lies. Keep better.
Better? What do you mean better?
There's been no evidence of that.
What do you mean? I'm fast at it.
No, you're not that fast.
I'm
you
pretty
said
fast.
You took 5 hours.
On my second playthrough.
Okay, a real skill, bro. Come on.
I don't know if I have any skills, Cynthia.
You want to skip this one?
I'm pretty good at remembering like years things come out.
That's
like
true.
If there's a piece of media, I can almost guarantee you if I was alive for it, I can tell you the year it came out.
I agree with that, especially games. Okay, do you think I have any secret skills?
Oh, hold on. Lumen Ray has brought something up. She said someone joined your lobby with a name that will not be appropriate for stream, by the way. So
I think it blocked it out.
Yeah, I think their name will be censored. Thank you for letting me know, though. If it's not, we'll know in the future. But thank you so much for the heads up. And by the way, that's why we censor right here. Do I need to kick them out, Lumen Ray? Is it like a problem? But anyway. Do you have any secret skills? You're super good at everything. Like, your secret skill is that you're just good at everything.
That's not true. I appreciate it, though. I don't know what my secrets. I don't think I have one, unfortunately. Okay. Next one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, would you rather?
Okay.
It's, would you rather be 3 feet tall or 8 feet tall?
3 feet tall.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause, dude, I feel like things are designed for people who are like short as 3 feet. Things are not really designed to be 8 feet tall.
Okay, like 3 feet is like barely taller than Naomi's niece.
Right.
She's almost 2.
But like I feel like I could get around. I could get into so much stuff.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you couldn't reach anything either.
I'll get a ladder, dude. I'll get a
Fridge,
step stool.
Unacceptable. Light switch? Nope.
I'll get a little stepping stool.
Okay. Alright, last question.
Okay.
We're done. If you can choose one for the rest of your life and you cannot eat the other one, what do you choose? Doritos, nacho cheese, or Cheetos crunchy?
The Cheeto. Well, okay, so here's a big question. I'm a big proponent of not eating red dye if I can help it. So,
Right.
can I assume these are both the naked versions that have no red dye?
No. They're the red dye. Doritos has red dye, Cheetos does not have red dye. Well, to make it fair, we can say they're the dyeless. So it's an even match.
So they're both dyeless. In that case, I'm probably going with
Yeah.
the Cheetos.
Cheetos?
Yes. But, you know, I like them both, though. That's kind of tough. And honestly, I think I'd take Cool Ranch over either of those.
Oh, I know. That's why I said cheese.
Right. We got a comment. I'd be really good at hide and seek if I was 3 feet tall. That's true. I'm good at it now. You'd be surprised. I'm kind of a big man. I'm still kind of good at it. I'm pretty stealthy. That's my secret talent. There it is. I'm oddly stealthy for a person of my size and stature.
Okay. Why do you say that you're stealthy? Because I've
Quiet.
seen you play stealthy video games. And
No, not like a sneak around in a video game. I'm talking about literally can sneak around people. I think I'm really good at being unnoticed. I'm very nonchalant, and I can move quietly.
Okay. All right.
I can blend in a crowd.
Well, that was the end of my question.
Okay. Well, those were great questions, dude. Next week, I'm sure we will have more Cynthia questions. Chat, I think it's pretty much time to wrap it up, I reckon. Dude, do we have anything else? Oh,
Well,
there's something I want to talk about. One more topic. Let's hit this.
Okay.
It'll be a quick one.
My phobias will be a quick one too.
Oh, will they? Okay, we'll do both. We got 2 more topics then. I didn't know how long that one was. Sorry.
Okay.
So, Cynthia recently got this app.
Well, I've had it before, but
You had
I
it
just
before.
re-downloaded it. I was having a conversation with Jennifer about it.
It tells you like about your horoscopes, and it gives you the details like things to go after, things to avoid, what to expect in your day-to-day, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was interested in it, and I was looking at it the other day when we were on the way. Cynthia was driving, and we were on the way to her sister's house.
On the way.
On the way to her sister's house.
Sorry.
And I opened it. I looked at it. I wanted to see if I could change it to my sign. I don't think I could. It's set to hers. I couldn't really change it. But I noticed on the homepage when it popped up, it said like things to go after and things to avoid. And on things to avoid, so it was generic stuff. It was like, do seek like wealth. Look for things to enjoy. Oh, okay. I see
actually
it.
took a screenshot
1 second.
of what mine said today, so we could give it a... what's wrong?
I see.
Oh, the bad person?
Yeah. How do I kick them out of here? Settings. How do you kick people out?
The stream just called up.
Yeah, I don't know how to kick people out of the game though.
Lobby?
Invite friend, no. Is there not a way? I swear you used to kick people out. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong, but anyway. Okay, we'll just do that. We'll just take the hub away. Okay, sorry. Well, Luminary, you tried to warn me. Tab. Oh. Luminary, you're a genius, dude. Let's get them out of here. Luminary, you're a genius, dude. Thank you for saving the day. Dude, as soon as I can, like, afford to have more than one mod. As soon as there's more people in here than mods, I'm modding you. Write it down in your journal, dude. Put it down in your diary. You will be modded someday. Somehow. I swear, as soon as there's more viewers than mods, you're first on the list.
Right now, it's just me.
It's just you and Cynthia, dude. So, doesn't make much sense, but...
Okay, so on the horoscope thing...
Yeah, sorry, we got derailed.
No, it's fine. Today... Yes, you probably did hear a cat. Blake is a gamer, and our cats sit at the door and cry until he comes out, especially because I know it's almost time to go to bed.
It might actually be my character. You can also make
okay.
cat noises. It's with G. You hit G and you can talk.
Well, I don't see Tabby, our cat, so I figured she was down there at the... Anyway, on the horoscope thing on CoStar, that's the app we were talking about, I actually took a screenshot of what mine says today.
Okay.
So it says, do riding bikes, people watching, playground. And then it says, don't, bad guitar covers, burn bridges, or punch down.
Yeah, Cynthia, stop punching down. But, so the reason I wanted to talk about this is because the other day when I was looking at your horoscope, I don't remember them all, but they all felt very, like, kind of generic, kind of things that make sense. But the one that didn't make any sense was, it said this, and I promise you, I'm not saying this to judge people who are into signs. I'm very interested in them. I think it's an interesting topic that I'd like to, dig more into. That's why I was looking at it in the first place. I will say, this didn't make much sense to me. The thing that to avoid, it said, avoid ska music. Which, if you don't know what ska music is, it's like a relatively newer music genre that is like skater music, like poppy, like rock, like upbeat skater music is the way I would describe it. And So the way I understand the signs and what's the proper term for it? Astrology, right? Is you could theoretically, someone could know how to read the sky, look up at the stars with a high powered telescope, and understand these things just by looking at the sky. I just don't believe that someone who's very versed and skilled at this would map out the stars and the planets and all their locations and the constellations and go, huh, today's a bad day for ska music. Why does Cynthia have to avoid ska music? Also, to follow up, yes, of course, I went and searched up a ska playlist and put it on.
We were literally driving. I was like, this has got to be bad juju, because it just said don't listen to it, and now you're putting it on. I'm trying to get my Dunkin', and you're putting this garbage on.
Don't call ska music garbage, dude.
Are you offended?
I'm not offended. Okay, so they say, as someone who has done a lot of research on astrology, CoStar has very narrow interpretations. Sorry, I say inspirations. I can't read. Interpretations of things. So, would you, as a somewhat expert, right, someone who's done their homework, would you say that it's not really possible for a sign to get bad luck from listening to ska music, right? Astrology's got to be more ancient and like older and like just surely it ignores the existence of ska music.
Yeah. I just looked at it again, and now it says don't use a pressure cooker.
That's what I'm talking about. These are modern things. Ska music came out at least in the earliest is the 90s. It came out probably in the 80s or 90s. Pressure cookers, I don't know, they've probably been around a little while, but like I just don't think that like Aristotle was looking up at the night sky and going, "Oh, seems like the Greek gods are telling us not to use pressure cookers right now." You know, we're like the great thinkers of their time being like, "It's a good thing ska music hasn't been invented, dude, or we'd be in trouble right now."
It's crazy. I do want to learn more about it. Jennifer a lot about it, and it made me more interested because I've only kind of looked at surface level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that stuff is so random. Like what we're talking about, it's like
right. Like how possibly could using a pressure cooker give me bad luck?
Yeah. Okay, you ready for me to talk about my random phobias?
Let's hear it. People about? Cynthia wanted to talk about phobias. Let's hear her phobias.
I don't even have a reason of why I wanted to talk about it. Oh, did you read her Twitch comment?
Yeah, I can't even think of a placement, aspect, or a transit that is relevant in that way. Yeah, it just doesn't seem realistic to say that like the stars and the signs in the sky would give you like such like specific advice that you could avoid like a whole genre of music. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, let's hear about your phobias.
Okay, half of these I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
Omphalumpia phobia?
Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess.
Okay.
Fear of...
I can spell it. OMPHALOPHOBIA.
No, this is the fear of chocolate factories.
No. It is the fear of belly buttons.
Belly buttons?
Yeah. Some people will go into, like, fear, just, just losing their mind over touching their own belly button.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing other people.
And you're sure this is pronounced Oompa Loompa phobia?
No, I told you I might not be able to pronounce it.
Okay.
It's Omphalophia.
Doopity-doo. We've got a belly button for you.
You stupid. Yeah, okay, so I put this one on the list, just quick reference, because I felt like it was kind of relatable, but in a different way. It's not that I'm scared of my belly button, like, from a natural, like, a bit like that. It was, like, from surgery and feeling uneasy around my belly button. So I put that one on the list because of that. Like, a little relatable. And then this one, I don't know how to say it at all. Xanthophobia?
Mm-hmm.
It's XANTHOPHIA. Phobia.
Okay, now let me
The
take a crack
fear
at
of
this
the-
one. Hold on,
Oh.
let me guess. Extrandophobia. I'm guessing it's the fear of annexes, attics, and other small cutoff rooms.
No, the fear of the color yellow.
Ah.
Yep, anything yellow.
I don't think
They're distraught.
I don't think I have that fear for sure. Also, we have a comment. I have books on astrology. If you'd like to take a look at them, I would, because I'm interested in.
Yes.
I want to know about real astrology, not like an app trying to sell me like their subscription.
Yeah, for real. Okay, the next one. Turophobia.
Okay.
Turophobia.
Definitely the fear of turtles.
No. Take another guess. Turophobia.
The fear of going fast, like turbophobia.
No.
Okay.
It's the fear of cheese. The smell, the texture, or even just the sight.
So, like, do all dairy products affect these people? Like, would...
Apparently, this is a cheese specific.
So, okay, but, like, so how long does milk have to sit out before they're like, I don't know, that's getting pretty cheese adjacent?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. Okay. Ponganophobia.
Okay. Now, obviously, that's the fear of pogo sticks.
Right. No.
Okay.
It's the fear of beard.
Beards?
Any person with a beard, or if they're able to grow a beard, they don't want to grow a beard.
I think my niece has this. She won't talk to me because I have a beard.
But she likes you after like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the natural response to men is to be scared.
Makes sense. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. She's valid.
Valid queen.
I just think I'm trying to, I just want to, like, not be hated by her. I taught her how to play lightsabers, dude. I introduced her to plastic lightsabers. We were boys. We used to be boys, and now she hates me.
Probably because you called her a lot of the name.
What? Listen, chat. Let me hear your words on this, dude. When she was born, she had jaundice. She was born with a little case of jaundice. It's not weird. Babies get jaundice all the time. It happens. They're near the bladder when they're inside of their mother's womb. It happens. It's natural. It's part of life.
And they're in amniotic fluid in the belly.
So
it's literally their pee.
When she was born, she had and it doesn't help that she's half Hispanic. She has a little bit of a yellowish green tint to her when she's born. She's got this yellow tint. I called her Piss Master. It's stuck. Now she's Piss Master.
Rick and Morty.
It's not a big deal. It's funny. She's gonna love it when she's like 13.
If she likes Rick and Morty or something.
I'm never even tell her where it's from, dude. I'm just gonna tell her, like, you're the Piss Master.
She's gonna be offended.
She's gonna be like hitting.
That was the end of my phobias.
The Batman quote. She's gonna be like, "You nearly adapted to the piss. I was born in it, molded by it."
That's her origin story.
she is the Piss Master. Dude, I can't tell you how happy it makes. I get giddy thinking about this. One day, she's going to be like 15, 16, whatever it is. If women are even like still dating men, I don't know if that'll even be a thing when she's a teenager. But if women are still deciding they'll give men a chance, she might have a boyfriend, dude. I can't wait to embarrass her, to go up and be like, you know what we used to call her back in the day? Piss Master. Because she was yellow.
You would do that to your niece?
Yeah, of course I would.
You crazy.
Chad, is that hateful? Be honest. Be honest. Is that hateful? That's kind of funny, dude. It's kind of funny.
Your only niece and you're treating her that way.
It's funny. It's endearing, dude. It's because I respect her.
You're not even getting. See, nobody's even telling you you're valid.
I get it, dude. It's not cool. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it. That's like my one thing, dude. It's my one thing. I'm going to have to go against the woke agenda on this one. I'm going to call her Piss 'Master. Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. Piss 'Master. 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 Piss '
Anyway, sorry, that's so off topic. Dude, how do we even get on this? What are we talking about? Dude, that was all your phobias?
We're talking about the fear of beard.
Whoops, so.
And you said Naomi had that.
I mean, I get it, dude. That is actually the most valid one. Like, I couldn't imagine being afraid of cheese. I love cheese. I'm not afraid of Oompa Loompas or whatever the other one was, dude. So, like, I would have to say...
The fear of yellow.
The fear of yellow, the fear of the belly button. I totally get the beard thing, dude. I get it.
Yeah, I think that's natural.
But I guess that's it. Are we ready to wrap it home? Send this one home?
Send it on.
Chat, dude. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and fishing with us on a weird Thursday. Hopefully the weather holds. Next week we will be back on WebFishing Wednesday on Wednesday, every Wednesday, 6:30 Central Time. Chat. No, it's kind of funny. Hold on. We got a late call in, dude.
No.
They think it's funny. Pissmaster's good.
Kinda
funny, dude. Kinda's better than not.
Not right.
Well, chat, dude. Cynthia, drop the Discord. Chat, join the Discord, dude. Yap with us about movies. Share your favorite music, what you're watching, what you're listening to, TikToks, whatever, dude. Whatever you're watching or talking about. Drop any recommendations for the podcast, whether it be topics, something you want us to, a little Q&A. We'll answer questions.
Yeah,
whatever
I
it
could use
is.
some more questions, honestly.
I love answering questions, dude. I love yapping about myself.
He does.
Don't forget next week's movie of the week, so you can watch along, join in the conversation for next week. It's called The Great Flood. It's on Netflix or wherever you can find it.
F2 movies.
F2 movie, yeah, wherever. Hey, that's between you and the Lord, dude. Wherever you find it, that's between you and whatever Lord you believe in. But
exactly.
Or science, if you know. But Chad, it's been fun, dude. It's been a great stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a good one. It was a great one, I think, even.
Thank you, everybody.
I hope to see you all next Wednesday. You can, for the YouTubers, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch this on Twitch every Wednesday, like I said, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. You can check out the streams uploaded a week later every Wednesday. So this one will be out next Wednesday on YouTube. You go check them out there if you want to rewatch them or watch them if you couldn't see one. And you can follow my TikTok. I post all kinds of clips and highlights from those. Discord if you have to chat, if you want to give any suggestions, anything like that. Chat, I appreciate you guys, dude. I hope everyone has a great night. I will see you guys. Hold on. Let me say this. Tomorrow night. Big stream, dude. Fun game. I'm going to be playing a little game I got called My Voice Zoo. It is a little fun zoo simulator, just a cutesy little game where I have to voice act all the animals. So, like, every time I get an animal in the zoo, I have to voice act in their voice line for every animal. It's going to be wacky. It's going to be weird. I would love for you guys to be there. Give me suggestions on what the animal should say. And I hope you guys will come and join me if you can, if you want to. It'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Chat, that's pretty much it, dude. Thank you guys. If you can make it, I'll see you tomorrow night at the zoo stream. Hope everybody has a good one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, chat.
Bye.